1. Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Attack the Talk. I am your host, AJ, and we are streaming here live on a Monday night as we get a good yawn from Zach. Because, yes, it is a Monday night. It is a work week for some of us. The camera's here. As you can see, we got our little angel and Zach in the lighter tone screen, and we have our little devil right there on our shoulder with Lexi in the little darker tone right there. And I'm the person right there who has the little devil and the little angel over on my shoulders. Do I listen to Zach or do I listen to Lexi? I don't know. We're going to find out. Perhaps we have...
Should we do like a little Brady Bunch?
Yeah, a little Brady Bunch. But yeah.
Which way do I go? I go this way.
Yeah, I would go immediately to Lexi.
Yeah. Yeah, I just look at you to look at you, but then I look at your feet to look at Zach.
That means what do I look? Do I look down, right?
Look down to look at Zach.
What's up, buddy?
Hey, what's up, dude?
That looks so funny.
Let's see what it looks like. I want to see
I'm
what
looking
it
at
looks
Zach now. Zach's looking at
Zach's
me.
waving at me.
Hey! You guys could like high five.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
Bam.
Look,
Where's my hype?
My gray sweater looks almost black.
Yeah.
Contrast.
So the camera's doing its thing. The camera's also tired on this Monday, but we're happy to be here, guys. We're happy to be here.
Passion, more energy. More passion. More energy.
We're excited to continue on with Season 3, Episode 18, Midnight Sun. This will be part 2 of our episode breakdown and discussion. And my goodness gracious, are we getting into some crazy discussion? I cannot wait to hear what you guys voted. We're going to go and do that poll question. And we have a good Q&A, which is a cool little versus Q&A, right?
Yeah.
It's a matter of who do you think...
Yeah. The Q&A is versus.
It's who you think would go ahead and win. Poll is also versus. That's true. Yeah, it's a great point there. But of course, joining me is, per usual, my co-hosts and my friends and family. And that would be... I was talking about you. I was talking about Zach.
Yeah.
You know.
Hi.
But yeah, so we have, of course, Zach Attack, and we have Logical Lex here.
Hi.
And yeah, we're doing well. And I want to ask you both individually. Starting with Lex, of course. Ladies first. How are you doing? How was your weekend? And how are you doing on this Monday?
Doing pretty good. I don't really have anything super eventful.
Nothing to go ahead and update?
Volleyball stuff and same old unemployed and out of school stuff. I've been going on a lot of walks and I've been working out a lot again. And
Well, that's good.
I'm doing a lot.
Is that something that you have?
My bad habits.
That's what I was gonna say. Is that something you haven't been doing?
Well, like I haven't been working out since my last concussion. I don't think I worked out since, and that's like 2 or 3 months.
Yeah, it's been a while.
It's been a minute.
But it's been good that you haven't been.
But I've been letting myself
concussed.
rest. Yeah, a lot.
wood.
Because I do want to compete again. Whether that I don't know what that's gonna look like. I'm probably just gonna do co-ed tournaments with my friends.
Okay.
But
I was gonna ask
whatever.
how would you compete, but it was just be in like tournaments. You said.
yeah, they have tournaments where like you can win stuff, like actual compete. Because I do want to compete again, but it'd probably be indoor. And I'm not playing middle again. I'm over middle. I'm not middle anymore. That is way too tiring. I'm not, and I'm a little washed. And then I'm just making much better habits. I'm making the first thing that I do when I wake up is drink water instead of go on my phone. 'Cause
Interesting.
I have very, very high screen time, but also because my job is on my phone.
Yeah.
So that's all I do.
Very true. Yeah.
And then, working out, taking Blue on walks,
Taking Blue on walks.
stretching.
Yeah.
And trying to eat 3 meals a day.
Very good.
Who knew that it was so hard?
Yeah, it can be difficult for sure. But good. Happy to hear that you're getting back into a routine, something that sounds very, very beneficial, very healthy.
Yeah.
And we're obviously all rooting that you get back out there in the court, because I know that.
Yeah.
Obviously, for me as your brother, I don't like the idea of hearing you're held to get into questions and stuff like that. Obviously we've talked about it before on the podcast about how you were forced to essentially not play a sport that you love, and it's always a difficult thing. But for you to get back out there in the court is gonna be an awesome thing. Obviously,
so I'll
be
take
safe
it
about it.
Yeah.
Because
Because the only time I got in a concussion indoor was a freak accident. It's because I was playing against Kyler Fuga. If you guys know the volleyball world in SoCal, you know the last name Tufunga, and Kyler hit me in the face.
Yeah.
So.
But also, if I remember correctly, at least what was told to me is that you also told the team not to squeeze on you.
I did.
And so
I also
your
told them, just
competitiveness.
because I'm the only girl on the court
Yeah.
doesn't mean anything. Treat me the same.
Yeah, and you got concussed.
And
so
I got concussed.
Got thrown.
But he treated me the same. It was so funny because now we make funny references to it. He's like, because I was telling him, I was like, oh, I want to compete again, and he was like, what would you play? And I was like, I would love to be a passing outside.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, my serve receive is good, but my defense isn't good. And he's like, what do you mean? He's like, I think you get balls up with your face pretty well.
Yeah.
I was like, thank you, Kyler. He was like, it was up. And I was like, it was up. It's just my brain wasn't okay.
Brain was scrambled a little bit.
But
for
yeah, a
brief
couple of my friends
moment.
do
A little rattled.
co-ed tournaments, and I
little
have
bit.
a couple of friends that even play like professionally and stuff. Or even just do like those like UNLV adult leagues and stuff. I mean, it's all men, but I'm sure I could figure out more information on the women's and figure out if I can compete again. I would love to.
Very cool. Very cool.
I can't do beach, but I would love to eventually see if I can in a couple years. Give my brain a rest. So I'm trying to be disciplined and not play beach. So no
That
one
could
asks
be
me to play beach.
The most difficult thing is being disciplined about it, because I know that a lot of us, our competitiveness gets the best of us, and we think
Yeah,
that we
I
can
just
still
wanna
play at a
freaking
certain
play.
level, you know. But just be safe with it, of course.
Works if I'm just not around beach volleyball.
Yeah.
Like Luca's been going out to play beach the past couple weekends, and I'm like, I can't go.
You just avoided it
Because if I go, I will just want to
immediately the instinct to play.
Yeah. Like I can't watch a game.
What's
and
up,
not wanna
Josh?
Play. And
Welcome, Josh. We are live.
Hi, Josh.
Hi, buddy.
Real quick, so Sint, I want to ask you, my friend from Alabama, do you play sports? Since we're kind of on the topic here, because I've myself also played sports growing up, and just to relate, there's certain times where all of a sudden you realize, damn, I'm not the same player that I once was, and I can't play at a certain level. And hey, whoa,
Hi, Jacob.
what's up, man? Missed you.
Yo.
Missed you, Jacob. And hey, guess what? We have Flock Talk today, and
Flock
our
Talk.
favorite voice
Flock
actor,
Talk.
Zach, is going to be voicing Flock today.
Yeah, your favorite flock.
So yeah, big Flock moment, big Flock monologue.
What the flock?
So we're gonna go ahead and, of course, get excited about Flock. Yes, we love Flock. Yes, actually we don't, because Sid says, "Oh, not Flock." We love it.
Oh, that's great. That's fucking.
Very, very cool. Sid, I
Culminating.
want to ask you very quick, my friend. Are you all caught up over on AOT? Right now, obviously, we're in season 3. Focusing on episode 18. This is a big episode. This is going to be the episode where obviously we have to come to a decision as to who can save humanity. As you can tell from the wordy title of this stream.
Who you think can possibly save humanity or not? Maybe. Please.
The
decide.
best.
The best.
Yeah.
Who the best is for humanity?
I am. I've seen and read everything. No spoilers for me. Right on.
Awesome.
And Jacob, I'm so sorry to hear
Aw,
that,
I'm sorry to
man.
hear
Wow. So obviously, you know what you mean to us, Jacob.
Condolences.
And I remember a time when you were going through a difficult moment with your dog, and obviously we spread our condolences to you for that. And you know that we care about you so much, Jacob, and we're so sorry to hear that, man. And of course we love you, man, and we hope that that you're doing well, that your family's doing well, and we're sending all of our love and prayers over to you and the fam. And it's a difficult aspect of life, realizing that we're all going to have an expiration date, and none of us are ever ready to lose anybody. But again, Jacob, you know that we're here for you, and if you ever need us, man, we'll do what we can to go ahead and be there for you. And again, sending all love and positivity to you and the fam, and know that your grandma's in a better place now. So we love you, and
Let us know if you need anything, man.
yeah, exactly.
I got you.
So that's
Here in
what
the
that's what we
Attack
love
Fam
about
W.
this podcast, guys, is that we have such an awesome community, as we can see here from the messages, and that we're all there for each other. We all share the same amazing love for an amazing anime, and just amazing story. As Sint said, Sint has read everything, even from the manga and stuff. And that's one thing that honestly for me, like, we have this podcast here. Zach honestly is the only person that has gone into read manga on a lot of anime and stuff. I know that I think that Alexia, you've read some manga before, right? When it comes to like just anime in general. Whereas with me, I don't read manga. We do whenever we go ahead and we do voices and stuff.
Yeah.
Which we had an awesome time doing that this past week, where we stream live. Me and Zach decided, just like, hey, just for shits and giggles, let's go ahead and just stream live. Whereas usually we do it just by recording it. We don't go ahead and stream it. And we had a lot of fun with
It
that.
was nice. Thank you guys for those of you who made it. We had a
it
good
was
time.
fun.
It was a good time having you guys there.
Yeah, it was really fun. And if you guys want to check that out, of course, the VOD should still be there. But yeah, this is such an amazing community, and we're so thankful for the love and support that you show us, and the love and support that you show just everybody here in this awesome just family that has been created. And as you can see again from the kind messages, and you guys are all incredible. So shout out to all of you, and I want to say, of course, welcome SB. SB,
Hi, SB.
yeah, we've missed you, SB.
Welcome
We always
back.
love it whenever our friends join us in chat. But awesome to find out that you're all caught up. You guys know that we go ahead and we give every single stream just a little disclaimer and warning all of our friends who are not caught up, just a simple spoiler warning. We've been getting into some serious spoiler territory.
Yeah.
Obviously, that nothing's going to change with this. Yeah, we missed you so much, SB.
Too, SB.
I'm fun to go ahead and I'm really excited to go ahead and talk about just this conversation. I mean, this conversation is something where it's a big conversation in the AOT community of which choice, who do you bring back? We're gonna go ahead and talk about that in this episode. Also, we'll talk about it in the next episode we do as well, because we're actually gonna see it happen. But this is essentially gonna be the episode where we go through majority of the deliberation, where we see a lot of emotions. So this episode might be a lengthier one. You know, there's a lot to go ahead and talk about. There's a lot. We want to make sure that we get to a good point of where, we want to get to a good point where we're able to go ahead and kind of end it in a good place where we can go ahead and start, with a good moment.
I want to give you guys some action at the beginning of next week.
So we'll get to that, of course. But yeah, we'll go ahead and we'll focus on the deliberation. It's an emotional one, so hopefully we do you guys justice in bringing the characters alive. You guys know that we go and we do the voices when we do the retelling of the story, and there's quite a few voices for each of us in this episode. I'm excited for us to go ahead and do it. I'm excited for the challenge. Obviously, we love to challenge ourselves and try to go ahead and just express with the same emotions that they're feeling. It's going to be difficult. I know that some of us are a little nervous. I know I'm nervous. There's going to be a big Aaron line that I want to make sure that I really do justice. And but we'll get to that point. We'll get to a recap, of course, a very, very brief recap. But of course, we have the Q&A and we have the poll question to go and talk about. And very quickly, I want to go ahead and ask Alexis, should we do the poll question at the start, or should we wait for the poll at the end when we get through the deliberation?
Maybe the end.
The end. So we can do the Q&A. And then at the end, when we finish just breaking down and talking about the episode, we'll go ahead and we'll do the results of the poll question. And I think that's going to be a fun kind of discussion to have openly as to why we feel the way we feel. And if we feel other, why is that decision and choice the best, in your opinion? I love just being able to go ahead and talk all these different hypotheticals with you guys. I love having an open discussion, of course, and letting you guys go ahead and express your guys' minds and all that, because you guys are all so intelligent and so bright when it comes to your guys' point of views, and even your just with your reasons and choices and stuff. And there's a lot of times where I go ahead and I learn and I gain this new perspective. Just like even was a couple 2 weeks ago, we had that poll about which character do you have in mind when you envision hero. And we were very surprised to see that Aaron was amongst one of the top vote getters. It was very close, as Lexi had mentioned. We're talking about just really simple, just few percentages away from,
just a couple votes away.
And Kyron, friend of the show Kyron, was the one who really kind of changed my perspective, because I thought that, man, you know what? I really thought that Aaron was going to go ahead and be one of the least vote getters because of everything that he did. But then Kyron really kind of explained it, talking about how Aaron has been shouldering just this load of just carrying every single weight of pain and everything and stuff, and that he had to be the one to go ahead and just essentially
humanity's burden.
Yeah, and then just obviously Kyron had expressed it way more just beautifully than I tried to explain it. But it really changed my mind. I was like, damn, you know what? Maybe Aaron is deserving of being seen as more of a hero, because for me, obviously I'm very biased when it comes to Armin. That's not going to change in this episode either.
Yeah.
Just so you guys know where I stand. But yeah, so I was very surprised to see how the votes were voted and how they were very closely distributed and yeah, stuff like that where I get very excited to go ahead and kind of find out certain things. And of course, anybody there live with us in chat, if you guys did not give us a response over with the Q&A, which we're going to get to very shortly, please go ahead and answer over here in chat. And if you did answer, maybe go ahead and give us more clarity. If you decide to go ahead and say who you think or whatever your response is with the Q&A, and you want to go ahead and obviously explain a little bit more, we would be very, very happy to see your guys' explanations over in chat. But it's so happy to I'm so happy and I'm so glad to have you guys here live with us. Again, it's a Monday. And Jacob says, AJ, I bought a big colossal Titan arm and to be exact. So you bought a colossal Armin.
Yeah, he brought a big colossal
statue.
Titan statue, which is Armin's, but he hasn't opened it yet.
Yeah. So yeah, I was gonna say when he got an exact, I was thinking, damn. So you got the exact replica size and all. I was like, damn,
Huge.
where are you storing that thing?
It's a big statue.
But that's awesome. Hell yeah. Right on. I'm curious. Why did you decide to go and get Armin's colossal? Because I remember some Armin slander. No, I'm kidding. Not to bring up some old shit, but I know that you changed your perception on Armin a little bit recently, which is really cool to see. Of course, you're still waiting for us to change our perception over on Flock, but we'll see if we get to that point.
Yeah.
Yikes.
But hell yeah, Jacob. So happy that you got this awesome Armin colossal.
That sounds dope.
And I would love to see it. Shoot, maybe over on Instagram. While we're here live.
Whenever you open it and
Because-
assemble it all.
Jacob says, I love all Titans. Yeah, that's right on. Yeah, hell yeah. That means you have to go ahead and collect all the Titans, though. So that'd be really cool.
They're like Pokemon.
Gotta catch 'em all.
Yeah, very cool. So now I want to go and ask Zach. Zach, my friend. How have you been? You have a good weekend?
I had a pretty good weekend.
Yeah.
Pretty all right weekend. I did get to see Dune Part 2.
Oh, how was that? Would you say it was worth to watch? Because I'll be honest, when I watched Dune, right? Obviously, this was during a pandemic, right? And it came out
Was
over
it?
on streaming services. I
Really?
remember it wasn't over on theaters. I believe it was available for streaming.
Dang.
I watched mine in the theater.
And,
the first part.
And so you watched it in theater. Maybe I'm wrong, but I remember watching it on Max, streaming it, and I tried so hard to get through it, and I just couldn't. I would find myself just getting so tired and falling asleep.
So look, I agree. Dune 1, the first part, is all very much set up. It's very slow paced, which is fine.
Yeah.
Because Dune Part 1, Part 2 is just one book. So Part 2, dude, easy 9.5 for me.
Really?
And like
Wow.
Nico gave it a 10.
Okay.
And a lot of people are giving it 10s from what I've been hearing.
Yeah.
It's
Wow.
an amazing movie. And I think I'm going to get the second book in the series called Messiah.
Wow.
And I found out that this is basically just Star Wars before Star Wars.
Really?
The next book, Messiah, is basically about Paul Atreides taking over the galaxy.
Oh, okay.
From what I've been told, and that it's like the Star Wars before Star Wars. Like it's like the original Anakin Skywalker.
So the name you just said, not to be a little like I guess uneducated or whatever with Dune,
Paul
but that's
Atreides is our main character.
Timothy
That's
Chalamet, right?
Chalamet, yes.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Zendaya looked so good.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
She did.
Yeah.
Zendaya
Have you
looked
seen
so
them
good.
attending events? Like they all look incredible.
Yeah.
The cast, because it also has Austin Butler in it as well, right?
Oh, dude, amazing movie.
But he looks.
The whole
he looks,
cast was
He
great.
looks so different. Because obviously he like doesn't have any like human traits when it comes to like even just having any sort of kind of like facial hair or anything like hair related and stuff.
Mm-hmm. I
saw something. Does he? I don't know. I mean, I don't think this is a spoiler or anything, but does he have teeth?
Yes,
He has teeth.
they're black.
Okay, so they're black. So when I saw like a still of him screaming, it looked like it was just like a
Open mouth.
open mouth. Yeah.
No teeth. Yeah, no, they're black teeth.
I was like, man, they really like.
They really changed everything.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah, exactly. It's really good, huh? Wow.
And my buddy was mad that he didn't get the Dune sandworm popcorn bucket.
Oh.
Oh, I saw them.
With
I saw
no
them. It was like, I don't
popcorn
even
and
care for
extra
Dune, but I
butter,
got
apparently.
I got the bucket.
Yeah, he told me he wanted to get the bucket with no popcorn but extra butter, and I was like, that's
Right on.
crazy.
I'm curious. Jacob also says he has I have 4 Aaron statues and a big plush and a little one. Right on. Well,
That's sick.
I would imagine that you would as a Jaegerist, right? That you would have Aaron
have,
stuff, and that's awesome, man. It sounds like you have quite a good collection going.
He's like, I have a shrine.
Right on.
I'm an Aaron Shrine.
But I want to ask you guys in chat who's joining us. Have you guys seen Dune Part 2? Anybody seen Dune? Do you recommend Dune just as highly as Zach is right now? I mean, I think that I have heard good things about it. I don't know. I haven't really been paying attention too much about it, but I don't hear anything bad about it, I guess, which is good. You know, because
people are claiming movie of the year already.
Really? Okay, because I remember like when like the Marvels came out and when freaking Madam Web came out.
Ugh.
It was just like, obviously MCU films, like there's so many MCU like entitled, you know, fans. Yeah. So they expect,
especially with the peak that MCU's been at, you can't constantly compare.
They expect the next MCU film to be the best one, right? And it's like you can't, like you have to go ahead and build to it, you know.
For Marvel, baby.
But Deadpool 3, that one should go ahead and get us back when it comes to MCU glory.
We should get on track.
Madam Web is getting just absolute shat on. Like literally,
terrible.
like
I refuse to watch it. I heard that it's so bad.
And so the fact that I haven't been hearing that at all with Dune.
Sydney Sweeney made a joke about it. She was like hosting Saturday Night Live or something, and she was like, "Yeah, you've seen me in Anyone But You. You've seen me in Euphoria, but I know you haven't seen me in Madam Web."
Wow.
Like she even
at least she can joke about it.
Yeah, she was like, "But I know you haven't seen me in Madam Web."
So I don't know, maybe because this has already been quite a few years. Actually, a lot of years since they did that Fantastic Four remake, right? Mm-hmm. With the younger cast, with Michael B. Jordan as Human Torch, you know. I can't remember the guy's name with fuck. He was Mr. Fantastic in the remake, and he's been in a lot of different stuff.
Was it the guy who played on Mr. Fantastic in WandaVision?
No, not Krasinski. No, he was younger. He was in the Top Gun. He was Rooster. He was the son.
Oh, shit.
I can't remember the actor's name. I'm blanking on it. But anyway, so that movie, literally to the same example as you were saying, Lex, with the cast kind of poking fun at it. Mm-hmm. They started doing that as well as soon as the reviews started coming out. And I believe they like, I forgot who it was, but they kind of said the same thing where it's like, yeah, I know nobody went to go see it and stuff, you know, and all that.
Watched it.
And it's like, I guess at that point you have to just kind of have fun with it.
Yeah.
You know, you understand that.
Especially if you're
Miles Teller?
Miles Teller, yes.
Especially if you're a well-known actor like that, because Sydney Sweeney's on her come up for sure.
Oh, 100%.
Like a bunch of people love her. It helps that she's beautiful.
Damn, so it's not even she can go ahead and gain enough.
I guess not.
Wow.
But also, she's not the main. She's not Madam Web.
It's that Dakota.
Yeah, Dakota
Johnson, right?
Yeah, I almost said Swanson.
Dakota Swanson.
Dakota Johnson.
John Swanson.
That one.
John Swanson.
And
Peter.
I can't see.
Okay,
I'm sorry,
Swanson.
but she just doesn't look athletic. I couldn't see her being a superhero.
Yeah. But yeah, so I know that one was really bad. I was hearing just shit reviews from it.
It was Sony, bro. It's a Sony movie.
Yeah, but
I did finish the live action Avatar.
Did it get any better?
I heard bad things.
It did get. Have you seen it?
Says it all.
I heard bad things. I agreed not to watch it.
Then I won't say anything horrible. But
you can say what you can say. I don't mind.
I mean, I won't, because you want to watch it too, right?
I don't think I am, to be honest.
Oh, so you don't care if I mean, I don't want to spoil anything. But I will just say that the stuff that they added, all the stuff they added, I really liked.
Was it so they were true to the source, but they also added stuff?
I heard they weren't true to the source and that they added stuff.
I would say it's based off of Avatar.
Okay, because with One Piece, they followed the story, but they tweaked some stuff that kind of worked a little bit.
I will say I really like the stuff that they added. The stuff they added, I really liked.
Okay, so it was for the better.
It was really good.
Okay.
The stuff they added, I have no problem with at all.
Okay.
It's the stuff that they took out that I have issues with.
Interesting. Zach, you're biting your tongue here.
I did not I did see that they added the Agni Kai, and they should not have added that. When Zuko and his dad fight.
Oh, yeah. I like that they added that. I did.
Interesting.
I like that.
Have you guys seen the Avatar?
I like that
Netflix
there's
live
someone
action?
that takes over after Sokka leaves. Mm-hmm. I like that they started the story with the exposition instead of finding out throughout. And I did not like the stuff that I didn't like how they mixed Omashu with There isn't any Omashu.
I have
there
nothing
is
to go
Omashu,
off
but
of
it's
when it
not
comes to Avatar.
Omashu.
I literally have not seen anything Avatar related.
You know what? I'm gonna give it a watch. I'm curious.
Half of
I
the
want to
casting
see
is
this.
good, and half of the casting is
That's
really
I feel like
bad.
that's a big element is casting because with One Piece live action, we've talked about it plenty, but they casted well.
Yeah,
and they
100%.
worked, and they stayed true to the story, and anything they changed, as I said, was really good. But so interesting here. So so
Jesus.
Sin says it's not horrendous. It just didn't need to be talking about what you guys have mentioned. So the action is really good. It's just missing the heart. Interesting. Would you agree, Lex?
Is it about Avatar?
Yeah.
About
Yeah, because I know that we talked about. I believe this is in response to the scene that was added that you think that you said wasn't
The
good, but
Agni-Kai.
that you weren't a fan of. I should say that you didn't like that they added, and then Lex, you said that you didn't like it.
I like that. I like that they added.
So I think that maybe that's what Sid is talking about.
I love that they added the whole storyline with the 41st squad. I loved that, how they connected it with Zuko and like the reasoning for. I loved that. I really like that Suki has a mom. And I like that there's someone that takes over after Sokka leaves. Overall, after thinking a lot about it, I probably give it like a 6.5.
Okay.
Out of 10.
Out of 10. Wow.
Like some of the
Okay.
casting is really good, some of it's pretty bad. But
Okay.
I also have to remember that these are children. I need to not complain about how chubby, how they have their baby fat.
Yeah, because obviously when it comes to animation, that's a completely different story.
Yeah. When it comes to animation, everyone's very sharp.
That'd be like a live action Dragon Ball Z. All of a sudden, like I don't like how they casted Krillin.
Yeah.
Krillin, I don't know.
That's not bald enough.
He's just too tall.
Yeah, or he's too- yeah.
I don't know.
What do you want to do? Get a pygmy person to play Krillin?
So that was just a stupid little example, but I
Yeah.
mean, I don't know. Obviously, you can only go up from whatever live action Dragon Ball there is. So
Dude, those are all.
Well,
That's
it's just
like-
like the last live action Avatar movie.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, comparing it to that, this one's phenomenal.
Yeah,
But
there we go.
comparing anything to that,
yeah. So all
I'll give it a
right.
watch. I'm curious. I don't know. The Agni-Kai isn't supposed to be shown. That's my standpoint.
I liked what they did with it, though. I really
cool.
do like what they did with it.
I'm intrigued.
I hated what they did with Omashu. It's like
I'm gonna
episode
be
3 or
upset.
episode 4. The episode is called Spirited Away, and
Ouch.
that's my I don't hate. It's just
It's okay. I do come to. I'm the hater.
elements in there. For those of you that want, okay, just kidding. I won't say. I was gonna spoil and say
You're
exactly,
really tiptoeing there.
say
huh?
exactly what I don't
I can
like.
see you were trying to decide how
Like,
far
it's
you're willing to
when
go.
yeah.
Have you ever had that dream when
It's
and then
You were just deciding, do I just commit
I was
or
like, do I just say
and
it? But then Zach said he was gonna watch it, and I don't want to spoil it for anyone
Yeah.
else, so we'll just
really cool?
let.
So
Slide.
I want to be spoiled.
Since
You
it's
spoil
spoil
off
it,
camera for me.
give it.
I really,
So,
I really like Sokka's casting, even though he lied to them. He's not actually Native American.
Oh, really?
Because Water Tribe's supposed to be Native American,
Oh.
and like Fire Tribe's supposed to be imperialist China, and then I don't know what Earth.
I think
is,
that's another
but
thing
they
too.
look Filipino.
That's another thing too that we'll say with One Piece is that they tried to go
I
ahead
think
and
it's,
cast according to the character's actual ethnicities and stuff.
Yeah.
Obviously, when it comes to Luffy, I believe he's Brazilian, but they casted him Mexican. Which it
loved
works
Luffy.
because
Yeah.
the thing is with Luffy is you think of like Luffy as an anime character, and you see Iñaki, you're like, wait, what the fuck? That's Luffy, like, okay.
He's
that's
just
what's
walking
strange.
around.
But I do like that they were trying to go ahead and pay attention to detail. Obviously, the creator Oda, he obviously was heavily involved with the process of, approving and greenlighting every decision when it comes to live action was, as it should be, right? You want the creator of the freaking full-on story to go ahead and
as close to the
decide.
source as possible.
But it worked, and which I think that, it's only a matter of when they do a live action Attack on Titan, whether it's going to be good or not. That's how they should do it too, because
I mean, another live action.
we understand.
Because they have a live action movie. It's just.
That's true. Yeah, the Japanese one, but
It's really hard to make real Titans look.
it needs to have a big budget, of
They're gonna
course.
have to have
It needs to
CGI.
have a big kind of production, like studio, to go ahead and back the just the live action
That's
adaptation.
another thing with Avatar. The CGI sometimes just looked really, really dumb.
Yeah, and what we're talking about with One Piece, we're like, oh my god, they're gonna make Luffy look so stupid but they worked. They somehow made it work.
Yeah, it looked good, I thought.
I was
so
very, very pleased with how grounded to reality it was.
But we were very critical, even the little teaser they did, right? We're like, I don't know how that looks. That doesn't look really good to me.
Yeah.
But then it was just a very rough kind of just teaser that they have, right? Exactly. Josh saying they're doing a Naruto live action, you know, so that'll be really interesting.
They're doing a Naruto and they're doing something
it's
else.
It's a movie, huh? See, that I don't like that.
But
When they
Naruto is so long, you can't do a movie.
when they do live action adaptations, at this
like 3
point,
episodes.
at this point where we're at, like a series has to be the way to go. Like that's what they're doing now, you know, because there's just too much on the bone, you know, that you're just leaving.
Yeah.
Right? If you just do a movie, I don't know.
Since we're here anyways talking about condensing episodes into movies and just condensing in general in One Piece, the Wit remake for One Piece, I think I told you earlier this week.
Yeah, I think we talked about it
It'll
over
be like
on
270 something episodes. What's your excuse? It's 270 episodes to catch up on One Piece when Wit releases it all. What's your excuse?
What?
One Piece.
So they're condensing Wit's condensing One Piece.
Okay.
All of it into 270 something
Yeah.
episodes.
That's a lot of episodes. That's a lot.
But I think at this point we're not going to get Lexi on One Piece.
Yeah.
Fine. But for anybody else who wants to go ahead and watch
I'll
One
watch
Piece,
the live action.
Wit's going to go ahead and like
about
Zach
it.
said, condense into, you know,
It's gonna be less than 300 episodes to catch up to Egghead. Apparently.
catch up where literally they
All of
are.
Wano.
Yeah.
So are they just getting rid of all filler? Like, is there...
Honestly,
Real quick before we do get to chat, when I want to get to Heise real quick. Heise says that he's been really into Tokyo Ghoul, and the manga is sad. Heise doesn't remember who he is. Kind of relate because it's like my past self in a way. I relate very much to Heise. Tokyo Ghoul is another just amazing anime, and if that were to get a live action adaptation, then I would hope again they do justice with that. Jacob says, although the anime deserves a reboot, I understand it because I'm very into the manga, but still would be nice for perfection. Yeah, and I think that we talked about it before in the past, right, Lex, where it's like they weren't really true to the manga source.
In the first season for Tokyo Ghoul, they were not.
They were not? Okay.
Like, not at all.
Okay.
But season 2 on, they try to stay true to it.
Yeah. But it seems like we have some people on board with giving
watch it
One Piece a
slant.
potential
Watch One
try.
Piece slant. Watch it. It's so good.
But
It'll
we'll
change
say
your
that
life.
if you're looking for a One Piece fix and you want to go ahead and kind of at least initially find a way in, live action that's a fun little way to go ahead and kind of watch
Make
it.
the dive.
And
It
hopefully,
is something that me and Luca found interesting. We were watching the live action.
yeah, and hopefully it's enough for you to be kind of curious. Like maybe I'll go ahead and I'll start watching it.
Yeah.
You know?
But when we were watching the live action Avatar, we were like, when we were watching the live action One Piece, we didn't know what was going to happen. So
Yeah,
we didn't
different
know-
perspective.
We didn't know what was going to happen. We didn't know what the storyline was supposed to be. So we were just like, oh, okay, this is cool. La li da di da. And then we're watching Avatar, we're like, that's not correct. We're like,
Yeah.
that's wrong.
That's not canonical.
That's not the line.
Yeah.
And fun fact, Zuko doesn't say the word honor at all in the entire...
I feel like that's an important word.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's the whole thing. He's like, restore my honor.
Damn.
Restore my honor. He doesn't say the word honor at all.
Wow.
So...
Interesting.
Whatever, man. Whatever. I'm excited for the animated movie where they're all going to be adults from the original group.
Oh yeah, I did hear about that.
I hear that's gonna be fucking
still need to
amazing.
watch Korra though. I haven't watched Korra.
Zach.
Of course, whack.
I need to watch Korra. I heard it's beautiful.
Oh no, not the 4 kids treatment when Sanji had a lollipop instead of a
lollipop, right.
cigarette.
Oh yeah, I saw those. The censorship.
Oh, that shit was so funny.
Interesting. So Jacobs, in terms of Tokyo Ghoul, he says that season 1 was good. Jacob says season 2 wasn't related to manga really at all. Re was good, but they didn't really explain much. How they recommended you read the manga before the anime, so you would understand. Interesting. Wow. Tokyo Ghoul live action would be really, really interesting to see how they would be able to go and execute that one. I feel like that's a difficult
Yeah.
live action for sure. You can get away with some devil fruit abilities. Shoot, you can even, I think, get away with some Titans. Now, we're talking about freaking Tokyo Ghoul, like ghouls, and being able to really like execute like
I honestly
that.
think that a Titan
think
would be
it's
harder
doable.
than a ghoul.
You think so?
Yeah.
Wow.
Because thinking Tokyo Ghoul, I'm thinking like
It's a large. That's a large engine to run with a
Suicide
Titan.
Squad tentacle thing.
Okay. Maybe
that
I'm
they
thinking
fought.
too simple when it comes to Titans and stuff. Maybe like in my head, I'm thinking
Because
like
they're giant people.
Yeah.
Like that's gonna look weird. Giant naked.
And then you have
like
to
I
think
would
about
just for
how,
like me, I'm thinking of like having a bunch of people wanting to participate in this and be Titans in this now. And you have them like in mocaps and stuff, you know. But obviously that's a lot of money to be able to go ahead and CGI all
Which is
that,
what
you
they
know.
have to think about the physics of
But
it too.
Have you seen the live action?
I have not. No.
They actually just got
People?
just got people,
Oh.
and they're just kind of like different colors. They're a little bit gradient's a little different, and
Interesting.
then they're big and they
Yeah.
don't have genitalia, and it's the weirdest thing to look at.
Wow.
It is the weirdest thing.
If you're gonna do a CGI, you gotta think about the physics of it too, and any demo that is involved. So it's pretty intense.
Yeah.
But I feel like with Tokyo Ghoul, it's pretty easy just to give someone black and red eyes, and then
Yeah.
you just have them have some tentacles. Because guess what? Iron Spider.
Because even if let's say they have stuff that's similar to like Morbius. I thought Morbius's visuals were pretty cool. The story absolutely sucked.
What's
I
up,
watched
cuz?
it.
Welcome.
Hello, cuz. But
Yeah.
I thought that the visuals were pretty cool, and I mean,
You gotta watch the last season, man.
Last season. Don't be like me when it comes to Hunter x Hunter. You got to go
Yeah.
and finish it.
Chimera Ant
Yeah.
is
yeah, I finished
the best
I'm watching
art.
right before.
Yeah. It gets. I mean, it's. I can't remember Tokyo Ghoul. I remember just watching it, right, and get to the end. Like, you feel satisfied at the end. But yeah, I mean, don't be like me and literally stop like right at the best arc.
Are any of you been?
But yeah, I agree. Hunter x Hunter is different for sure. But Tokyo Ghoul, definitely go ahead and continue watching it if you got the time. It could be difficult. Obviously, you need to go ahead and commit. You need to have the time. You need to have like that kind of like, just have the momentum a little bit. I'm guilty of once I stop.
Everyone
Yeah.
just needs to stop watching
in.
everything they're
Time
watching and watch One Piece. I'm just, it's in my brain now. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. The last manga chapter was so fucking good. Like, Egghead is the best arc in One Piece by far right now. Like,
It's crazy to say when we're already over 1,000 episodes in.
yeah,
that
you're still in Wano. You have no clue what I'm talking about right
they're
now.
still making stuff that is going to be considered the best. Which is
I'm telling you,
that's
AJ,
cool.
AJ, what I'm reading in the manga right now blows Wano out of proportion.
Interesting. All right.
Are any of you guys currently binging a show?
No. I guess the only thing binging is not really. Oh, it's not binging because me and my girlfriend have just been watching a lot of Bar Rescue.
Okay.
You guys got
Yeah, we've
that's
been
what you guys
binging
got me
Bar
on. It's showing up on my YouTube all
Yeah.
the time now.
That guy's
I watch like
voice is
5
incredible.
videos.
Yeah, John Taffer is the best.
You're over here drinking on the job.
Yeah, I literally. Yeah. I love it.
I'm gonna save your bar.
I love it.
Okay. Hi.
Solo leveling is goated.
Binging solo leveling. I heard that's good.
Interesting.
I'm not binging an anime right now, but I'm binging the show the show You on Netflix.
I love you. You're so good.
Remember, I first started watching it with you, and then that's funny, you. And it's called You.
The title shows up.
So
Join us next week.
we don't have a laugh track, so we have to make our own. And then I was like, oh, okay, I already watched season 1, so I guess I'll just. I heard it's good. I heard
so
that there's
good.
this. Well, you know what actually made me watch it?
What?
When I first started working at the retirement home that I used to work at, my first day there, my coworkers were telling me that I look like this character, Love Quinn. And I was like, she better be hot. Show me a photo. I don't think I look like her. I don't think I do. But she's hot. And I think it's amazing.
I
And
don't agree, but I could see what they're saying.
yeah, I guess I could see it. She's beautiful, so I'm like, okay, cool. Thanks for saying I look like her. But
Griffith.
so I was like, okay, this character seems really cool. Her name's
Watch Berserk,
Love.
baby.
Okay. Was watching, and no one gets Love Quinn like I do. I love Love. I love her. Live, laugh, love Quinn. No one gets her like I do. I could fix her, but I don't want to. I want her just as she is.
You're hooked. You're
I am on season. I'm almost done with it.
Just gonna smile and nod.
I'm at the end of season 4.
it's so good, huh?
And if you guys watch You, you know who Love Quinn is. Oh my God, that's my.
I have not seen any bit of
that's
that
my
at all,
girl.
so I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm just
Oh,
smiling
that's
and
my
nodding.
girl. I love myself some Love Quinn.
Really cool.
I could fix her, but I don't want her
She is the queen.
fixed.
I'm not gonna lie.
I will just say she does the things she does for love.
Hello.
Live, laugh, love Quinn. I have an
heard of that
obsession with
anime at all.
Griffith. Okay, before the
Not
eclipse.
anime at all. You is not an anime.
You isn't an anime. It is
Yeah,
a,
it's a never heard of that
it's a
anime either.
Netflix series. Yeah, it's real people.
It's a live action adaptation, you know?
Yeah, live action adaptation of.
Hey.
Actually, it is based on a book.
Live, laugh.
Is it?
Yeah,
Oh, there we go.
it is.
I thought it was live, laugh, love, Leorio.
Leorio.
Live, laugh,
Leorio.
Quinn.
Yeah.
Live, laugh, Leorio.
Live, laugh, love Leorio.
Obsession with Griffith before the eclipse. I don't know anything Berserk really, but
Fuck Griffith.
I heard Griffith is a bad guy. So
Griffith is
Right.
scum.
Very cool. Well, glad to hear that we're all doing well.
we're all
So our poll for this episode is going to be: you guys vote. Who's wearing the best glasses? No, I'm kidding. I just noticed that we're all.
I
just
know. I was
chilling with
thinking about that
glasses.
earlier too. I said it when you were in the restroom. I was like, "Oh, me and Zach are matching."
I know.
Except one of us actually needs them.
Yeah.
I know.
There's only one person in this group who
I
actually
followed,
needs glasses.
Sensitive, okay.
I followed the blue light. You said that I was
Blue
like,
light
damn, you're
wave,
right.
baby. The blue light
The
wave.
blue light wave for sure. I'm staring at
Because these
screens.
These ones have blue light.
Yeah.
Don't hate,
They
appreciate.
also have a real prescription.
You know, honestly,
But I love guts.
I'm gonna need. I haven't gotten my eyes checked. I am gonna need a prescription because
Yeah.
I can't see anything like at a certain kind of like.
Oh, you're nearsighted.
Yeah.
That's what I was
think that's
telling.
pretty good.
That's what I was telling Zach. I was like,
Bad
you might
Bat,
need
shout out Bad Bat. Bad Bat has voted.
Bat
I
voted.
feel like I
love
can
the
read
Tanto
decently
haters.
well
Yeah. But you're still young.
at a distance.
Still young. Just wait. Everything goes, man. Eyesight, hair.
Yeah. 'Cause I know that it's already really small.
Why is it always hair?
I don't know. It's just a running gag.
It's all gonna disappear one day.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if there's
we all
anything.
turn back to ether. It's okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I have to get my eyes checked.
Q&A.
No.
No.
So for my weekend,
oh yeah.
it's gonna be that.
How'd you? Yeah.
I'll be
yeah, the
brief
host
and all
wants
It's
to
that.
talk.
Monday.
Wow.
We ain't got no brain cells.
I'll be brief, but it was
AJ,
a
how was your week last week, buddy?
I'm late, but love. could
Zebra
fix me.
cakes? What is up?
I agree. Well, I don't know if she would fix you. I think she would damage you more, but
Oh, don't even fuck with me. I'm like actually thinking about doing it.
Whoa.
I think I'm gonna spray it for Anime Expo, but I'm gonna wear the glasses that he has.
Very cool.
oh my god, did you see Megan Thee Stallion? She like introduced some of the there was anime awards this past week, and she introduced
I know.
some of them, and her outfit was based off of a JoJo character named Frick, I can't remember his name. But based off a JoJo character, and then before that, she posted. She did a cosplay and posted it. She dressed up as Gojo, and
Mommy.
she looks amazing.
Really cool.
She looks so
Mommy.
good.
Right on.
It's on
Hey,
my Instagram.
just
Go
wanna
check out
say-
Megan Thee Stallion.
Anime main character of the year was Monkey D. Luffy.
Oh, yeah,
Really?
it was.
Wow. It's interesting.
And Attack on Titan got like best. God, what did it get?
I don't know.
Best action anime? I don't remember.
Josh says AOT not winning best voice actor was a robbery.
Yeah.
Honestly, on some real shit, it was.
Yeah.
best drama
and best
score. Okay, I see that for sure.
Best
I can
Score
see
was
that.
amazing.
I can see that for sure.
Yeah,
Right on.
I agree.
Shout out to
Shout out AOT.
shout out to AOT.
Shout out Monkey D.
That
Luffy.
was a character.
But I had a really nice weekend. Me and my
Movie wanna
girlfriend
know
went out to
Luffy.
Joshua Tree. Got away. It was
Jojo did
it
win
was
best support.
really, really good. Really, really beautiful. The trip was awesome. High winds.
Yeah.
High winds.
High winds. Could you
Yeah.
hear it at night?
Oh, that shit was howling, shaking. We stayed at a cute little cottage. It was shaking the cottage. Yeah, there's moments where there was like had one of those what do you call them, like those French doors or whatever. Had that thing dead bolted, right?
Yeah.
Things just freaking like as if somebody's like freaking like
The front
Banging on it?
yeah. No, they had a front door, but they also had those French doors off to the side where it's like the two little doors,
Okay.
right? And that shit was like as if somebody's out in the wind, freaking like, let me in,
I know.
let me in.
Just grabbing on it, shaking on it.
But I mean, at night, really eerie, quiet,
Yeah, it's Joshua Tree.
and during the day, beautiful. Hearing the birds chirping. There's a nice little creek next to us. You can just hear the creek. No,
What?
we did not hike,
Womp womp.
but we did go to Pioneer Town.
Okay.
Pioneer Town was really nice.
Ooh.
My girlfriend bought a little cool little magnet that said "Love Pioneer Town." Actually, it was Pioneer Town, and so as you can see, there's an explanation right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, we ran so I couldn't hike. Sorry about that. But we got
Just do the
this.
shin splints, bro.
So we got to this cool little pioneer town, really, really cool. That's where they shot a lot of old Western stuff, really kind of like, kind of like cowboy Western vibe. You're walking down the actual little kind of town and stuff,
Cowboy
and we both were matching, just wearing like just denim on denim.
Town ain't big enough
And
for
then
the two of us.
my girlfriend goes out there, knows what shoes wear. So my girlfriend went and she again bought a cute little magnet, and then she noticed over at the register there was a little basket of little Pokemon.
Oh.
So she went in, she got the cute little like purple cow one, whatever. What's the cow one or whatever?
Purple cow?
I don't know. It's pink, yeah.
Miltank.
Yeah, there you go,
Yeah.
Miltank.
Oh,
Yeah.
like purple.
I don't know.
That's all.
Gengar.
I was like, I'm pretty sure the shiny Miltank is blue, so I was still lost.
So anyway, you nerd. I'm kidding.
Yeah, what a nerd.
You know what? You know what?
Actually,
Since you brought up Pokemon,
No, let me finish my fucking story.
we don't have to talk about our weekend. And
Like,
called you
you almost called me Luca.
He did it.
We're all fucked up on this
I'm
Monday.
used to screaming.
We're all trying to share like the same brain cell right now.
Just know that I meant well.
I know. So the guy at the register very much fit the pioneer town, like whatever vibe. And then we were both being nice. We're like, all right, have a nice day. And he goes, I will have a nice day. I'll be inside. Y'all be careful out there. And we're like,
Is that a threat?
I know. We're like, huh? But it was like
They're
so
bandits
crazy.
and
And also
parts.
too, they have like a saloon out over. It's called Red Bar Saloon. And if anybody wants to go visit that, it's really cool. It's a really cool vibe. But it's like as if you imagine a Western saloon. You know how you walk in through the doors and everybody at the bar just does the little like
Yeah. Who's the sheriff?
and they go ahead and they just kind of like they go and they look, they judge, and they go about their business again. We walked in, we're like, oh, this is a lively bunch.
Yeah.
We get seated, and this and that, service was, they kind of, sit down wherever and stuff, didn't really get, anybody to go and kind of acknowledge us, whatever. My girlfriend had to go over to the bar, get a menu and stuff, we're like, what's on the menu? Hopefully some good food. They didn't really have a lot. They were just all just like tacos and stuff. We weren't feeling tacos. Not to say it wasn't good, but we're like, yeah, let's go somewhere else. And we went to this really awesome country kitchen.
Oh, cool.
That was over an hour wait,
Oh.
but it was worth the wait.
Oh, good.
was it really?
So good. So good. Oh, beautiful.
That's how they get you.
Beautiful, quality, soulful, just diner food with just a great little
Wait, was
ambiance and
Hootin'
everything and
Hollerin'?
stuff.
Is that true? Can you attest to that? Were you indeed hooting and hollering?
Were you also yeeing and hawing?
Meatballs pancakes.
Yeah. It was really cool.
Yes.
Yeah, that's definitely what she got. She got some pancakes that were like freaking like fat as hell.
Dang.
Some thick pancakes.
Yeah,
thicky
so it was
boys.
fun.
Sounds good.
It was fun. It was much needed kind of escape from just the craziness out over in what we're so used to. But yeah, Joshua Tree's beautiful.
Nice to get out.
I won't wear Vans next time.
You could have hiked in Vans. You just didn't want to hike.
I
Just deal with the shin splints.
actually, I mean, where we were at, I mean, is we could have hiked and stuff, For sure, not to say we couldn't have. But I think if I remember correctly, the hiking trail that they said that they like the formations and everything changed because they had like a hurricane within like last year or something.
Oh.
And it so they had it like
all the rain.
they had like a gate out over there, and I was kind of like curious. I was like, yeah, there's a gate off over that way. As I was hooting and hollering, I was like, hey, there's a gate out over that way.
Oh, like you had a little bit of twang.
Am I not allowed to go ahead and head in that direction there, ma'am? Can you please tell me? And she's like, sir, where are you from? I'm from Hollywood. No, I'm kidding.
That's just how they talk in them old Western movies.
They said the hurricane was just changed the landscape and all that. But no, we just kind of ventured off a little bit, just throughout the day. We were only there. We got there Friday night, which was scary. Driving over in the dark because it was all just dirt road, narrow dirt road, shrubs and ditches over off to the side. Just follow the trail and just get to your destination. It was like, I want to say 4 miles like inward in this kind of like little community of just other little cottages and stuff like that. But again, it was kind of scary a little bit just driving in at night. So we just tomorrow we'll go ahead and get to Pioneer Town. We'll go ahead and we'll just kind of explore a little bit, and we'll get some food and everything. We'll get back before it gets too late. And I didn't want to be driving out over dark. And even then, when you step outside, we both stepped outside to go ahead and look at the stars a little bit. It's like, oh, this is so nice. And then there's that feeling of like you're being watched. You're like, this is so nice. And you're like, okay, let's go back inside. You know? Yeah, we definitely
scared.
Yeah, we definitely were scared.
That's how I feel when it was. While I've been watching you, I just feel like I am the main character. You know when you watch something, like come out of a movie theater and you're like...
Yeah, you become so invested and
like
stuff, you know? Yeah.
I feel like you're the character.
When you feel like you're Spider-Man.
I feel like I'm...
And the rolling starts.
And I literally was like, I would be out and about and just like be doing something, be like, don't act suspicious, do not act suspicious. Like, what do you mean, Lexi? You haven't done anything.
Don't be suspicious, don't be suspicious.
Yeah.
Don't be suspicious, don't be suspicious.
And then the rumbling starts.
I'm telling you, it did sound like the rumbling is sometimes where all of a sudden, like, we'll be like in the middle of the night, just in bed, and then just...
Yeah.
You look up and like,
Rumbling. The theme starts
and you
playing.
just try to go back to sleep. Yeah.
Or worse, actually, I think I do know what's worse. I was gonna ask you, what's worse, hearing the rumbling or hearing the tank theme? But the rumbling is way worse.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. So yeah, she went to go step outside for a little bit, and I didn't know what she was doing. I just heard the door open, and then
You're like so on edge.
I like all of a sudden looked around and I saw that the door was open and I went and I couldn't see her initially in my line of sight. So I was like, oh shit, it's gonna be one of those freaking stores. All of a sudden it was like, and then that was the last time that she was seen alive or something like that. You know, I'm like, baby,
overthinking.
baby, where are you? Where are you?
Like a lost dog.
Curse the cowardly dog.
You know,
Bro, I'm right here.
she literally like she was at the doorway. I just couldn't see because there was like furniture blocking.
You're funny.
I was just like a little worried. I was
Such
like
a little overthinker. That's
was
exactly
a little-
like a dog.
a little overprotective. But yeah, it was
Father
fun.
like blue.
Dude. But it was really cool. Also didn't help that we were watching those 2020 investigation stories.
Yeah, you get in your head about them. You're like, it's so easy.
In the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, I don't know where. We were joking around like leading up to it, like, oh, that's where we're gonna go ahead and get murdered. It's not whatever. As soon as we right there, we're like, oh fuck, you can actually murder.
No,
like
you actually-
nobody can hear anything.
Let's
Like,
stop joking about it. 'Cause
like
it's
wow,
real.
okay.
The host knows where we are.
But it was fun, a lot of fun,
Getting murdered.
really cool.
Yeah.
Happy to hear that we're all doing well. Hopefully you guys are all doing well out there.
Making a new Pokemon
And
game.
yeah, AG was not stolen. Nope, none of us stolen. We both made it out.
His girlfriend
We
was-
both made it out safe, and no rumbling, none of that.
They announced a new Pokemon game. And I'm super excited.
Probably because Pal World was out. They're like, hey, we need to do something.
Nah.
What game is it?
Maybe. It's a Pokemon. It's Legends. So it's like Legends Arceus, that open world one where you can throw the balls at the Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
But everyone was expecting Gen 5 because Gen 4 got their remakes already.
Mm-hmm.
But it's Gen 6. And that's the generation with Mega Evolution. And Mega Evolution is making a confirmed comeback. So
Damn,
Pokemon
I'm
community
so
is
out of the
buzzing right
Pokemon
now.
loop.
Competitive battling is getting a whole new comeback. I'm so excited.
The thing is, games like that sound
Yeah,
so
sure.
awesome. And with me, I would have loved like the gens that I grew up and to have like versions of that game and stuff. Not to say like the Game Boy SPs and all that weren't because those are super nostalgic, But damn, like
Authentic.
it'd have been so cool to go ahead and have an actual really like immersive type game where like, oh my gosh, like the graphics are so cool. I can go ahead and really kind of like I don't
Come
know,
on.
be really cool.
I'm excited. I'm super excited.
Isn't that the name of a Teletubby? Poe?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Also the...
The Dragon Warrior, baby.
you're right.
Kung Fu Panda 4 coming to a theater near you.
Yeah, check it out.
I'm
I
actually
heard
going to
it's
watch
better
it.
than Dune Part 2.
I heard
Okay.
it's better. I heard it's movie of the year, actually.
Skadoosh. Oh man, I don't think I've seen
Cringe.
3.
That's cringe.
I don't think I've seen Kung Fu Panda 3.
I don't think I have either. I've
Damn.
only seen 1 and 2.
Jacob says I watched
Two's
the
the
Demon
best
Slayer
one.
movie last week with my dad and friend, and it was so good.
Oh, really?
Is it new? Is that the new thing? There's another movie?
I don't think there's a
I don't know
movie.
which movie. Well, I don't know. Demon Slayer is another one I need to go ahead and get back
You can
I
on.
need to watch the Haikyuu movie.
Damn.
Oh, yeah, that just came out, too.
The
Well,
dumpster.
Isn't it
the
still only
dumpster
in
battle.
Japan?
Is it only in Japan? I think it
Yeah,
is.
I don't think it's in America yet.
Oh, the Hashira training.
Oh, I do need to see that then.
Oh, yeah, I haven't seen that then.
Damn.
But I am caught up on Demon Slayer other than...
What else is getting? There's another anime getting a movie this year.
Live action is. I know My Hero's
Not
doing live action. A movie? Don't know.
Is it Blue Lock?
So
I don't think it's Blue Lock.
Oh, I think it's High School DxD, right?
Is it really?
No.
Oh, got me excited.
It's on. It's on. Only streaming on.
I was just thinking out loud right now.
Doom, 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 doom.
It's not that kind of movie.
Not that
Watch
kind
it
of
for the
anime.
plot, okay?
It's not that kind of anime, I swear.
May 7th, new season, My Hero Academia. Damn.
Finally, bro.
Another new season.
I don't even care. I'm so caught up on the manga.
Yeah, I need to. Did you?
No.
Oh.
Said we.
Oh, I thought you said you need to finish because I thought that you.
You guys catch up. Just read the manga while you're at it.
I mean, I will watch without you if you let me.
I don't know.
You're not home, man.
I know.
And when you're home, I'm not.
Yeah, I know. Sure. All right, guys. Good talk. We have a lot to cover, though, in this episode. We haven't even scratched the surface at all, and we're already over an hour in. As I said, this will be probably a lengthy podcast episode, and hey, we're here for it. But we do have a Q&A to go ahead and cover. So without further ado, Lexi, tell us what the Q&A question is. And for those of you that did not answer the Q&A, please let us know what you think. And if you did answer the Q&A and you didn't explain why, tell us why. I'd love to go ahead and understand why you chose what you chose. So Lexi, what is the question?
The question is Attack Titan versus Beast Titan. Who's winning?
Oh, loaded question. Because what Attack Titan are we thinking of? Is it just in general, like a vague question? Like,
Aaron's Attack
who do you
It
think?
depends on however you take it. But the images I did use are Aaron and Zeke.
And we're gonna get to the response, of course, from Jacob. But his reasoning is just because Aaron.
Because Aaron.
So I think we should get to responses, and we'll go ahead and we'll continue to deliberate together from there.
So starting with the Eddie Hinston.
Yeah, shout out Eddie.
Eddie says the Beast.
The Beast. Wow. Can we guess as to which beast he has in mind? Obviously, it's Zeke, because Zeke is the only beast, right?
I think he's thinking Zeke.
So, interesting.
Next we have. Thank you for that, Eddie.
Yeah, shout out Eddie.
Yeah.
Real quick though, Eddie, I will say, I was on the Instagram recently to go ahead and just kind of see the Q&A, just to see what the question was, and I came across Eddie's on the God damn, it's been so long since I've been on Instagram, but like top where it's like the stories, whatever, and blah 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 and stuff, and it just has a picture of the person. Eddie's hair looks badass. Have you seen the profile picture?
It's cut?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The thing is, it's
Eddie's
cut,
hair
but
looks
yeah,
fire.
it's like a cool color
I think it's like a
and
platinum,
stuff
right?
and all that. Why are you looking at me like as if I'm supposed to know this?
I thought you knew this.
No, I don't.
We
I
have to
didn't know
remember,
this.
AJ's not a social media boy.
Oh, I thought you knew this.
No, I had no idea. We never talked. Otherwise, I would have mentioned his hair earlier.
Oh,
But Eddie, if you are watching this or you're listening,
your hair looks cool.
badass hair, man. I love it.
And your skating
great.
is getting better and better.
Pretty fucking sick, dude. You got some sick moves.
Makes me want to cut my hair.
My old man butt couldn't do that. I can't skate like that.
Nah, I busted my ass, and I was like, never again.
Yeah.
I ain't got them talents.
Interesting. Hell yeah. So shout out Eddie and the badass hair, and thank you for the response. All right.
Next we have is
Jacob.
I'm assuming it's Zeke.
What do you think Jacob said?
He said the Beast Titan, right? Is gonna lose.
Said in all caps, we know the answer is Aaron Yeager.
I love that. It's just a simple. Come on. You kidding me?
Are
What
you
question
serious?
is this? We know. It's Aaron. You kidding me?
Okay.
All right, but I want to ask this question to you right now, Jacob, and you got to answer it, okay? Zeke versus Grisha's attack. Who wins? Let us know over in chat. Anybody else want to answer that one? Let us know in chat.
That's easy
For you.
for me.
See.
It's easy for me too.
We'll see. We shall see.
Some people have merit and some people don't.
Thank you for that, Jacob. Thank you for your response.
Interesting. Jacob says
That's
Grisha.
wild.
Grisha?
That's wild.
Bruh, Zeke's winning all the way.
Grisha
Zeke's-
has the founding.
He's gonna beat the shit out of his father. What do you
Grisha
mean?
has the
I
founding.
think that he's even losing to Aaron.
Okay. Josh, it has me smoking.
Zeke is a soldier. Grisha.
Interesting. Since there's in a close quarters, Grisha. I agree with that because
Okay,
we haven't
maybe
seen
in
Zeke's
close
close
quarters.
hand-to-hand combat.
That's true.
He's good from a distance with his throwing his poo and all that.
Maybe he just throws Grisha.
That's
He throws Grisha.
he throws his bile.
How do we not know that Zeke's gonna have freaking daddy issues and with trauma? He's be like, wait, freeze up with all the memories and stuff like that. No, he's probably gonna be like, I've been waiting to do this all my
That's what I'm
life.
saying.
It's probably all pent up.
He'd be more father. He'd have more fatherly reciprocation from
Zeke's got a lifetime
saver.
grudge.
True, SP. True.
Yeah, do you not remember the Beast Titan ripping that Titan in the forest in half with his bare hands?
That's true. He kind of just makes it look.
With the Leon fight, yeah, that's true. But are we underestimating Grisha though? I mean, have we seen
No.
Grisha in battle?
No.
We don't know.
Grisha's not a fighter.
Grisha has
bro.
only battled like. When did he only turn into a Titan twice? He's only battled.
See, this is the
And then
most
one
inexperienced.
and one time he caved in and he had his son whisper in his ear to quit being a loser.
The attack users have the ancestral hymn syndrome.
I will say though, I was trying to help you out there, Jacob, but I do think Zeke would
Zeke-
kick his ass.
Yeah.
That's my vote.
I was gonna say
Zeke for president.
Aaron Kruger's Attack Titan, but I felt like, you know,
He didn't really get to see.
yeah,
He knows how to carry some boats.
My money's on the black horse. I'll say Kruger.
interesting.
Kruger
Over Zeke?
versus,
Any
Just because
attack-
I have no data on Kruger.
It's like Saver. Any Attack Titan is gonna beat Saver because Saver just isn't a fighter.
Yeah, he's just,
You know?
Sorry, Saver.
Yeah, Grisha had to make it
He
from
had
the
a
ocean to the
he
wall.
had a
True.
cool Titan, but
Yeah.
he's not a fighter.
You know what? That's true. Just for the sake of that right there. You know what? Grisha was gonna win because Aaron was gonna allow Grisha to lose against Zeke.
True. He wasn't gonna allow
That's
it.
what it was. Zeke would have like in his Beast Titan form, he would have tripped on a
Such
rock or something.
logical answer.
We can't have fun with it. Okay.
I can't argue with that.
Like literally, it all comes down to like Aaron was gonna make it happen.
Yeah,
I know.
Making it happen. We can't even do hypothetical.
So in other words, that does mean the Attack Titan is gonna win.
Yeah. We can't.
That's crazy.
We're not allowed to do hypotheticals anymore because it's just.
Because it's as simple as it's that way
Don't
because Aaron
question
did.
Aaron's doing
Yeah,
it.
there's no questioning. Interesting. And when we try to question it, we don't get any answers because we tried doing a really interesting, loaded Aaron type Q&A. And we just didn't, we got a lot of great responses, but we really didn't get any answers.
And there's not really any answers,
Yeah.
which is the epitome of Attack on Titan, right?
Yeah, that's what it is. All right. So that was from Jacob. Jacob, thank you so much for the response. Appreciate it. And who else we got?
Next we have Josh.
Josh. What does Josh say?
Josh says in all caps, Daddy Zeke.
Daddy Z.
There we go, baby.
All
I agree.
right.
Josh, I agree. Not that he's daddy, but I agree that Zeke wins.
Interesting.
that there
That's
is
something we
no
also covered last week was Zeke and
Was that his
Aaron's
daddy?
first interaction,
Yeah.
which we talked about the choice of words
that
that
he's
Zeke
daddy.
uses when referring to Aaron's father as only referring to him as your father. Your father. Jacob says, Josh, we're going to war.
We are going-
There it is. We got our two Titans right there. Jacob as the Attack Titan, and we had Josh as the Beast Titan. So, Josh, tell us right now, which Beast Titan form are you? Who is your beast animal? Interesting, Josh. We need to know, especially in this battle. That could decide some things. I think so, right? If it comes across you being a really good, like, animal
Because,
type
like, fighting
beast.
a whale versus like a wolf, like honestly, that's
Yeah.
a big difference.
The best one is that big ass T-Rex. Interesting.
I
So you're
know.
saying that you're a T-Rex beast Titan? That's pretty damn daunting and intimidating.
Yeah, that's
Your chicken's
your
great grandfather.
your little arm.
Really, really cool.
I've got a big head and little arms.
Thank you for that, Josh. And last but certainly not least, we have a very loyal friend of the show, Bobby7.
Shout out Bobby.
Yeah, Bobby.
Bobby says, I think he meant to say Titan, but it says Titian.
Okay.
Titan Aaron is my spirit animal, but I gotta give it to Zeke. He can
Wow.
outmuscle. He can outmuscle like with Rhina up close. His tossing ability.
Great point.
His tossing ability, and he can shred the attack. It's really hard rooting. It's really hard rooting against the attack since I favor him.
Interesting. So that one, he wasn't thinking about his. He wasn't voting with his heart. He was voting logically with his head.
Brain.
I like it. And the thing is, I mean, how easy we forget
Yeah.
that Zeke fucked up Rhina.
Yeah.
he
really
fucked
did.
him up
He
so
made it look
badly
easy.
in front of Bertold too.
Like in the sense that we didn't see the battle, but
No.
we definitely saw the aftermath.
We saw the aftermath.
yeah.
Whatever Zeke did,
Oh yeah.
he essentially was like telling Bertold, pick up the trash or whatever and stuff, and like Bertold
Yeah.
go remove Reiner from the freaking damaged body and
Yeah.
stuff, and he's like pretty much question my authority again, and I'm gonna go ahead and kill you type stuff, and
Yeah,
like that's
'cause
what
you
we
know I
see.
can.
The thing is, like,
You made Monkey mad.
you don't want to piss off Zeke. I mean, obviously Zeke is Levi's rival for a reason, and Levi is badass,
Yeah.
Like
That's who I think of when I think hero is
it's Levi.
Levi.
Yeah, which was the top vote getter, and Levi is a viable. We pretty much said like any of these options, of course, could, are very legitimate.
Yeah, you can make a good argument for any of them.
Yeah, but Levi, I definitely agree. Despite me being biased with Armin, but like Levi, I mean, he's endured so much. He's a survivor, and again, for having to go ahead and rival the Beast Titan, like that's incredible.
Yeah.
And being able to go ahead and be the one to slay regardless if Zeke was ready or not, But yeah.
Yeah.
Really interesting. Okay.
And
let's
those
go
are all
ahead.
of them.
Around the room, what do we think? Starting with you, Lex.
You know what me and Zach think.
Zeke.
We all think Zeke.
Yeah, we think.
we all think Zeke. Yeah.
I think we all.
I think we
And it
all
doesn't matter.
know who
It
the
doesn't
true
matter.
You guys
victor
know where
is.
that
Zeke
The
versus
him gene is dead.
and it doesn't matter. Zeke versus any of the attacks that we've seen. It doesn't matter. Like Zeke's gonna go ahead and beat Grisha.
Zeke's
Zeke's
got
gonna go
that.
ahead and beat Aaron Kruger. He's gonna beat Aaron. And the thing is though with Zeke, I mean, how Aaron was able to get the advantage of him is just essentially out manipulating him. And that's just really what it is. But yeah. Jacob says, I'm the colossal attack titan then.
No, you can't have both.
Zeke would get ran up on by Falco's titan. Interesting.
I don't
Zeke's
think
getting bodied.
Falco's a fighter.
Falco's just a great support.
I think he's just an absolute great support. I think if he absolutely had to fight, he could, but not well. Not better than Zeke, I don't think.
Yeah.
But at least he could fly. At least he looks cool. I think with proper training, he could have been like the best.
If it's adult Falco, I think adult Falco takes the
adult Falco,
cake.
yeah.
Interesting.
But Falco now,
Because I feel like the Titan would also kind of mature with him. Like it would get a little bit bigger.
I could be mistaken in asking this question, but I don't know if we have seen the fight truly play out to its kind of culmination, but in their prime, right? And I mean prime as in like very specific with that word because obviously Aaron has a lot of abilities, but I'm talking about only prime attack titan, not
Okay.
founder,
so just
not
prime attack.
So we're talking prime armored Rhina titan versus prime Aaron attack titan.
Aaron Attack Titan.
What
think
is
Aaron wins?
what is prime Rhina's armored look like to you?
That's a good question.
Is it
But
when- is it-
I
is it
picture,
season 4 when
I
it has
picture,
that
Aaron, yeah, I picture when Rhina is there helping out the scouts at the end, finishing off Aaron, and that in my eyes is the strongest form of Rhina
That's what I was thinking too.
because I don't see him stronger at any point before that, because at that point in that season,
suicidal.
he has more of a will to go ahead and fight. He has more of a mission and this and that, whereas not to say he didn't have a mission before, but we see he's really kind of dealing with the demons in his mind.
Yeah.
It seems like we hear
Purpose.
he
He
has
found purpose.
he has a little bit more clarity over in that battle. So
I would argue because if you really want if you want to say the word prime, I would say it's that reawakened Titan formed from the beginning of season 4 and the mindset of the final episode.
Okay, yeah. So
That's what I would
does that
say.
change anything, or do you still think?
I feel like it's just his
Aaron?
Titan probably got a little bit more of a buff. Like it's probably just a little bit stronger, a
you
little bit
feel
more
like Aaron
durable.
would still be able to go ahead and
Oh fuck yeah!
okay. Is that because
Aaron
we've
used
seen-
in the same season. Aaron used the jaw as a nutcracker.
Yeah.
I think Aaron just fucking wins. I'm sorry, especially because Aaron.
True.
If we're talking prime Aaron, I'm talking about an Aaron that is towards the end of the season in terms of mentality and combat capability,
Yeah.
but still have like hardening on his Titan.
Yeah.
as well. And I feel like
Yeah.
even that alone
That's-
is just enough to really counter Ryan.
That's the Aaron that I think about when I think about primed attack Titan Aaron is when he goes out there and he reveals himself, and he goes out there and just causes absolute destruction and chaos, and he does it in such a devastating manner, and the lack of like just care for any kind of existence around him.
He's already-
like that is a monster, you know. But that's like prime Aaron Attack Titan right there, you know. And then yeah, so like
Yeah,
I could see like a little berserk Attack Titan boost going.
yeah, the berserk mode that we've seen over, and that's I believe only anime Titan form, right? Is I mean that thing looks freaking absolute monstrous too.
Terrifying.
You know, what do you think, Lex?
I agree. I think that Aaron's got the win.
Aaron?
I think Aaron wins.
Okay.
If we're talking prime, if we're talking Aaron with the mindset of like season 2 or 3, like anything season 3 or before, if it's that mindset, Aaron, he's not gonna win.
Interesting.
I don't think he's hardened enough
He
until the
almost
beginning
won
of season 4.
Season 2.
Yeah, I was gonna say in
Against
He almost did.
Rhina?
I just feel like he doesn't have that instinct.
For
Bertold.
For Bertold. Bertold
Yeah,
had to save him.
that's what my decision was gonna go based off of. Like Aaron, not even in his prime, and Rhina having the advantage, he still lost. He still
He
would have
still
lost.
would have lost.
Yeah,
So I think Aaron's got that.
yeah, really cool. All right,
Also, side note, Attack on Titan also won Movie of the Year.
movie of the year.
Yeah.
Good, as it should.
Cool.
Finland won nothing. Kind of bums me out. I think Finland really kicked ass with season 2.
Okay.
But that's all I want, Dad.
Right on. All right, guys, fun stuff. We, of course, have a poll to go talk about, but we'll talk about that at the end of the episode when we finish kind of talking about this deliberation we're about to discuss. You guys have anything before we go and begin?
No.
I don't think we really need to recap anything. I think we can just jump into this, right?
Oh, okay, yeah, I'm down.
Sound good? Sound good?
Yeah, because I feel like it already pretty much spells out what's going on. So I'm down.
I have to alter the cap a bit.
Let
so I
me
can get
know
the-
when you are ready. Let's go out to dinner. It's on me to celebrate Aaron's win.
Celebrate.
Okay, let's go. Where are you taking us?
All we gotta do is say Aaron wins free food. Let's get that.
No.
Say Aaron.
Aaron's the go. Aaron's God, bro.
No.
What if he says, all right, you have to go
Nope.
ahead and say fly?
I already knew what you were
No.
gonna say. Nope.
I mean, I already knew.
Yeah, you ain't catching me off guard, baby.
All right.
Chick-fil-A. Work. I'll take that.
Commander.
I love some
Down.
Chick-fil-A. I'll take it. So we can't go out to dinner on a Sunday. Got it.
Yep, no Sundays, because that's podcast day.
That's podcasting.
But it's Monday.
It's Monday right now.
That's our
It's
church.
Tuesday, isn't it?
It's
All
going
right.
to be Tuesday. All right, guys. So this is going to be season 3, episode 18, Midnight Sun. This is part 2 of our episode breakdown and discussion. And I think for this, should I have this episode be done in silence to go ahead and kind of get the same tension that the episode gives in the
I
anime?
would say feel it out.
Yeah.
Whatever feels right.
Vibes.
Okay.
Go off of vibes. Whatever feels right.
Interesting. Okay, I'm going to go with my gut.
By that we mean,
AJ's
by
like,
that
I
we mean
don't
we're
do
just
that.
like, it's your choice, bro. We got you.
Okay.
Ooh.
He's just like, that's great, but when do the vibes start? Can I get
The vibes have begun.
All right. So, without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get into this deliberation.
So, we continue the episode with the same line that we left with last week. Flock manages to travel and find his way to Captain Levi while carrying a severely wounded Commander Irvin on his back.
Levi, Captain, I finally found you. It's the commander. He's hurt. His stomach is gouged and his insides are all torn to shreds. The blood just won't stop.
A stunned Levi stares at Irvin.
I thought that injection might be able to help him, but what do you think?
There's a silence that fills the air. As Levi continues to stare, Aaron and Mikasa stare and wait for Captain Levi to continue and hand Aaron the injection. As Aaron stands beside Armin's unrecognizable burnt body, Captain Levi pulls away the injection from Aaron. Levi holds the case tight as he processes. Meanwhile, Aaron becomes worried and confused.
Captain Levi.
Levi helps Flock arrest Irvin's damaged body onto the rooftop. Levi examines Irvin and says,
It's faint, but he's breathing. Irvin, you're alive.
The eerie silence continues as Aaron notices Levi's hopefulness. Mikasa stares as she notices the same. Levi tells them both.
You know what has to happen. Irvin gets the shot.
Aaron instantly becomes angered as he approaches the captain. An emotional Aaron stands in front of Levi's face and tells him,
You can't. You told me you'd use it on Armin.
A stern Levi looks back at Aaron.
I'm going to revive the person who can save humanity.
Flock stares at Aaron and Levi, and we see the confusion on his face. Mikasa reacts as she draws her blade out, standing behind Captain Levi. We see the look of fear and emotion in her eyes as she processes what to do in this situation. Meanwhile, on top of the wall somewhere, Zeke and the Card Titan have Rhina. Zeke tells Rhina,
Rhina, you were incredibly lucky today.
Interesting. So this is just a little appetizer before we get into the big stuff. But this is just to kind of like this is just to set the table a little bit. So obviously
Common
Squeezing
flock
that
confusion, not common flock W.
so what we obviously understand now is that Armin isn't the only option here. Where Flock was managed, he was able to manage carrying. We talked about this very briefly, right? Where it's like, damn, I guess we should give Flock some credit because
like scaling a house
with Commander Irvin's body.
I mean, I guess he's missing an arm. He's a little lighter, but
Missing
missing, a couple organs.
But he was able to go ahead and make it there just in time to where, nothing happened, right? We're going to get into more information in this next part of the episode we're going to cover. But as to why Flock did what he did, even finding out what Flock was initially going to do, which could have changed the landscape, right? But Flock is there with Commander Irvin, who isn't dead.
Yeah.
Even Levi, who sees Commander Irvin, is like stunned.
Yeah.
He helps Flock go ahead and essentially rest Irvin to where he can go ahead and lay there. He notices that he is barely alive, right?
Yeah.
He says it's faint, but he's breathing, right? And in that moment when he says like, Irvin, you're alive. Like, it's literally like, this is the same man who said, I need to go ahead and lay down my life to show and to prove and to also get my other soldiers to go ahead and follow through with this, right?
Yeah, die with me. Like, I'm prepared to die.
He's supposed to be dead.
Yeah.
Right?
He's just got the strongest will out of all of them.
And you know who is aware and knows that he has such a strong will? Is obviously Levi. Levi has already
More than anyone.
has so much history with Irvin, and we're going to even understand more of that in this next portion. We're going to go ahead and talk about again. This is just kind of setting the table a little bit, because Levi says some interesting things in this next portion we're going to cover, as to knowing that, again, like you said, Zach, that like the will to live is really strong in Irvin, right?
Yeah.
Especially where they're at right now. We understand he wants to go ahead and see what's in that cellar, right? I mean, for crying out loud, this guy isn't even supposed to be out in the battlefield. Levi tried threatening and doing everything he could, with the exception of actually
kneecaps the Louisville Slugger.
with the exception of actually following through with his threats. Like, he tried to go ahead and just push and try to persuade and force Irvin not even to be in the situation. But Irvin, again, knows he needs to lead by example. He needs to be there in the front lines. He needs to see for himself what the truth is.
So eventually,
He's a valiant leader.
Yeah.
Actually, fun fact: a year ago today, we asked. Yeah, a year ago today, we asked our Attack the Talk followers. We discussed the torture of Irvin's dad. We asked them about like who. I can't remember what the question was, but it was like Irvin's dad getting tortured, Armin's parents being shot down.
Oh, interesting. So that was what the interior officers, and probably like what was the worst. Essentially, what was the worst like act of violence that they did?
Yeah.
Because we understand that they went ahead and they obviously murdered Irvin's father. They murdered Armin's parents.
Yeah,
They murdered Pastor Nick, and they also murdered Rod Rice's his love
I think
interest.
it was something along the lines of what was the worst act, the parody government or rule.
Yeah, it was like
Interior
because
military
we understand the first interior officers. They went ahead and they were doing really shady shit out over in the
They just wanted
shadows.
money, bro.
But essentially, they were working for the government. And then as things kind of played out, they became very close with obviously Kenny and his what squad?
Anti-personnel control
Beautiful.
squad.
Good job.
Took a second.
Interesting. Jacob says, maybe a false memory, but do you know when I first followed?
Oh, I do not. Well, even when I was saying that was a year ago.
A year ago?
It does not feel like it's been a year.
It doesn't.
It doesn't.
Time has been flying with the fun.
But I thought that it was kind of poetic that we were discussing like Irvin's dad getting tortured.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're also discussing like, oh, Irvin really wants to like, avenge his father.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
That will.
Bobby,
Hi,
what is
Bobby.
up? Shout out, Bobby. Majestic. Yeah. You like the little.
Yeah, you like the hat, the way that the bucket hats.
Yeah. So, Jacob, I do want to maybe guess as to, I think it's very, very early into our just venture into video podcasts. I think that Kyron might have been able to go ahead and get Jacob's attention through, maybe it was a TikTok, maybe it wasn't. I want to say you were TikTok. I want to say Josh was on Spotify. I could be wrong.
That I know. I was gonna say. I think. Yeah, Tito TikTok. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, there you go. The legend
Bobby.
himself. Yeah, Bobby. Shout out Bobby.
I know.
We appreciate Bobby so much.
Bobby's got the consistent Q&A responses. Appreciate that, Bobby.
Yeah.
But yeah, he came from a TikTok. I think it's right around the time that.
Yeah, I want to say it was like during the beginning of season 2, which we went and talked about. Season 2, of course, is the shorter of the seasons. That's, I believe, just like a 12 episode arc, right? If I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit more. I can't
So a little
remember.
over a year ago.
Yeah, and wow. So
Time flies,
yeah,
man.
I want to say that's when it was. And again, shout out Kyron. I mean, Kyron was able to go ahead and do his thing
Kyron
for us as his social media TikTok manager, and we were able to go and get Jacob. And Jacob again has been just a great addition to the AOT family, and also even just an OG like we have Bobby here joining us again. Bobby, thank you so much again for the just constant responses, and we love your responses. We love all the responses that we get. But now we're going to go ahead and talk about this deliberation. I'm glad that you guys are all here because I want us to talk about the deliberation and our choices. I kind of want to gauge to see how many of us are Irvin, how many of us are Armin. So stick around with us, guys. What's up, Zach?
Armin.
Armin.
Because God decided it to be that way.
It always comes down to that. But let's take away Aaron's kind of like manipulation away from this.
Erwin.
So I want us to go and talk about that. So stick around, guys. I know it's late for some of us. I know it's late for you guys. And but yeah, we'll go ahead and we'll get into this deliberation. But again, this is kind of just setting the table. Irvin is there. Levi is prepared to do what he feels is right, and that is gonna go ahead and he's leaning towards reviving Irvin. And Aaron is not happy with it. Mikasa is not happy with it.
No.
And
Clutching her sword.
And Rhina is
the table with some scrambled eggs and some burnt bacon, baby.
And Rhina is incredibly lucky.
Oh yeah.
And he is. He was able to go and survive.
Oh
All
God,
right.
I just suddenly got nervous. We're coming up to those lines.
Yeah. This is gonna be the part, guys, where again, just disclaimer, obviously we would love to go ahead and be voice actors.
These weak arms are heavy.
Vomit on his sweater already.
Mom spaghetti.
Oh my God, some spaghetti sounds good.
For anybody that obviously is aware, and I think we're all very much aware of how this scene is executed over in anime, whether it's sub or dub, there's a lot of emotion. There's
really
a lot of
good.
stuff. And so we're going to do our best to go ahead and
amateurs,
to bring justice
just merely some nerdy fans.
to these characters. And it's also a fun little challenge for us. And I'm excited to go ahead and see if I can go and execute this challenge. All right. Here we go. You guys ready?
Yeah.
Here we go. We continue the episode as we get a close look at Captain Levi's eyes. We can actually see pain in these eyes. We actually see desperation. But the pain isn't from something that Levi did. It's from something that Levi is going to have to do to Eren and Mikasa, as Levi tells them. You two, do you even have the faintest damn clue what you're doing? We continue to see the pain now in Eren's eyes. It's Irvin, the commander of the scouts. And you're telling me to watch him die? There's no time for this. Just get out of my way. Levi tries to walk away, but Eren grabs a hold of the case with the injection inside. Eren, seething with pain and emotion, stares into Captain Levi's eyes. Levi warns him, Eren, check your emotions. Eren responds, sorry, Captain. Can't do that. Tell me, why didn't you give the injection right away? Levi tells Eren, I was thinking about Irvin, considering the chance that he might be alive. Eren tells Levi, but you couldn't have known that Flock would carry the commander here. There's no way you would have seen that coming. Levi responds, you aren't wrong, but the fact remains, he's here now, so I'll revive him. Eren now grows frustrated as he tries to pull the case away from Captain Levi's hands. But Captain Levi reacts with a strong backhand counter that lands directly to the face of Eren, and this sends Eren stumbling backwards. Mikasa now becomes enraged as she reacts to this violent act against Eren. She rushes the captain and actually pins him to the ground with her blade against his neck. Levi stares into Mikasa's eyes as he tries to get her off him. Flock, confused, watching this all go down, he just says, "Hey!" And Mikasa continues to restrain Captain Levi, trying to loosen his grip of the case. A strong Mikasa thinks to herself,
he's too exhausted to stop me. I could take it from him by force.
Levi tells Mikasa, you know just as well as I do. Without Irvin's leadership, humanity can't beat the Titans. Flock agrees.
He's right, Mikasa. Don't be crazy. There's too much at stake here.
Mikasa then glares at Flock with a look that says, don't fuck with me. But then Eren speaks up as he tries to get back to his feet. No. It's the same with Armin. He's just as important. Mikasa is relieved to see that Eren is okay. But Eren continues. Think about it. Think about what he's done. We used his plan to take back Tross with that boulder. He's the one who realized what Annie was. It was his idea to avoid the Titans by coming here at night. He's the only reason we uncovered Reina's hiding spot, and the only reason we defeated Bertolt. We only got this far because of Armin. I can't save humanity, and neither can the commander, but Armin can! Tell him, Mikasa! Levi tries to get up, but Mikasa continues to overpower him. Mikasa bluntly tells Levi,
please, Captain. Just let go.
A frustrated Levi stares up at Mikasa. Flock tries to intervene by telling Mikasa,
you're just being selfish. Herwin's our leader.
But Mikasa quickly interrupts.
No, shut up!
But Flock actually fires back.
What? And why the hell should I? Do you think you're the only ones who have suffered through all this? Not that you asked, but on the other side of that wall, there's not a single soldier left alive. The Beast Titan threw crushed boulders at everyone. That field is soaked with the blood of my comrades. Commander Herwin was the only survivor I could find. He came up with a plan, found a way for us to strike back at the Beast Titan, and so we did. My comrades were smashed to bits, just as he'd planned. I'm sure the last thing they felt was fear. All-consuming fear. When I realized the commander was still alive, I almost finished him off myself. But then, I recognized that would be a mercy, and I thought to myself that he ought to taste more of this hell. Suddenly, I understood. If we want to stand any chance against the Titans, we need a devil. I realize that's what Erwin is, and that is my mission to bring him back. That's why a coward like me outlived the heroes around him. Because Erwin needs to fight on. So get out of his way right now!
Flock rushes Mikasa, but Mikasa is prepared to end Flock. Mikasa raises her blade and prepares to strike Flock down. Captain Levi yells out, "Don't do it!" But before Mikasa can strike, she's restrained. She's restrained from behind by Hanji. Levi looks up as he notices, Hanji, she's able to restrain Mikasa enough to get her off of Levi. Meanwhile, a devastated Jean notices and says,
No! Don't tell me! No way!
a stunned Connie also reacts as he's carrying a hurt Sasha.
It can't be!
Hanji too now notices, reacting with devastation.
No. It isn't fair.
Hanji, of course, notices both Armin and Irvin, both on the brink of death. Captain Levi opens up the case, and Mikasa becomes fearful of what the captain might do. Levi prepares the injection as he stares at Irvin. Mikasa then cries out in fear as she screams out in pain. Hanji tries to calm her as Hanji continues to restrain Mikasa.
I understand how you feel, but most of us are dead. We can't afford to lose our commander too. The scouts must endure. If we lose our symbol of hope, we lose everything.
Mikasa, in pain, tries to reason to Hanji.
I know that, but Armin can help us too. He's special.
Hanji responds,
You're right. He has an amazing mind. That said, Irvin is far more experienced and he's a leader.
Mikasa tries to free herself from Hanji's grip as she sobs.
Listen, Mikasa. There's people I want to bring back too. Hundreds at this point. Ever since I joined up with the scouts, every day brought a new farewell.
And then we recall the moment that Bertold was beginning to transform as Moblet yells out,
Hanji! Look out!
Bertold transforms, and Moblet acts fast as he pushes Hanji into a nearby well. Hanji, falling into this well, looks up at Moblet. Bertold's transformation creates a giant rush of destruction. And caught in this destruction, Hanji watches Moblet getting washed away in the storm. To be continued.
Now cry, all of you.
Oh
Cry.
my God. Yeah, it's tough.
You gave me chills.
It's tough.
You gave me chills, madam.
I'm shaking actually. I'm genuinely shaking because that
You
was
need a hug, AJ.
hard.
We're going to go ahead and get into that scene.
But it's a really
the next
rough.
time we cover.
We had to keep our.
Because you definitely have a soft spot for Moblet. For sure. Soft spot for Moblet.
Moblet is
100%.
Moblet is just an ultra loyal character. And to see what he did
Epitome of loyalty.
in a moment of such where you have to like think like in such a fast manner. Mm-hmm. The fact that he
Like,
so
that's his reflex.
quickly laid down his life. He could have just tried to grab onto her and jump into the well. He understood that there wasn't any time. And even if there was time, the only thing he cared about in that moment was Hanji. And damn, that gets me every time. And that's just good damn writing, man.
Yeah. Good job.
Fuck.
Everyone.
Guys, like
R.I.P.
Zach,
Moblet, please.
you
R.I.P.
guys were
Moblets.
incredible. And
Well, he had to
And
voice
voicing.
Flock, so that's tough,
but
man.
I believed every bit of it. Lexi, you did incredible.
Thank
I
you.
love the emotion.
You did an amazing job as well, my friend.
Yeah, you of course always do.
You fucking delivered.
And the part of the reason why too it makes me so emotional too is because of what happens later on. And I almost wrote down something a little bit more symbolic, something along the line of and that would be the last time Hanji sees Moblet in this world, or that would be the last time that that Hanji sees Moblet alive, because of what Hanji sees when when her time is done. Mm-hmm. She sees a certain person reach out their hand to her.
Yeah.
And damn, that's fucking loyalty right there,
Cinch says Moblet has been snatching Hanji back from the jaws of death forever.
Yeah.
R.I.P.
He's been on Hanji.
He's been watching over her.
duty.
Bobby says, he goes, want to take a deep breath on 3?
Yeah.
I'm actually.
Said, you guys did awesome.
actually
Don't
down
worry.
for
You want to
that.
take a deep breath on 3?
Yeah,
Bobby also says, I'm so sorry, but I truly hate Flock, y'all.
yeah.
I'm sorry.
Flock's a difficult character to kind of just.
I tried to make him redeemable. It's hard.
You did a great job, man.
Thank
you. Did
you.
a great job with that, and just kind of again, we talked about it. Just trying to go ahead and emulate the emotion, and damn, this is crazy. I can only imagine how the actual voice actors feel.
Like actually,
having to go ahead.
I kept
and
seeing
read his lines.
everyone doing their last AOT reads on TikTok.
Yeah.
Oh man, that shit made me so sad.
yeah, Jacob sent a lot of those to us in the DMs, so those are there, and yeah, it's sad.
Hey AJ,
Huh.
we're gonna count to 3, okay, buddy?
Yeah, come on.
Ready? 1, 2, 3. Big breath in.
Yes.
It's okay to cry. Sometimes you just need a good cry.
Good.
And
You're
you're
gonna sleep
crying
like a
for like
baby.
a good reason.
You'll always sleep like a baby after you do.
I think that I think I've made up my mind. Flock is a character that I want to be in a live
Flock?
action. Not Flock. I'm
I
sorry.
know. I was like Moblet, right?
Moblet.
Yeah. I was like, what?
I was like, what?
yeah, Moblet for sure.
180. I didn't think I did that good of a job. Damn.
No, I was just reading
did
right
do a
now
great
where it
job,
said,
but yeah.
I
Thank
just
you.
saw a lot of Flock over in chat right now, and it got my
Yeah, and
mind.
you're
'cause
just
I'm
like, oh, Flock.
I'm not even thinking.
Must
that's
be
the name.
the flock?
flock on the brain. That's
Um,
got me feeling this way.
because I was gonna say Dub. No, Moblet. Moblet is a character that I think
Yeah,
that
Moblet.
I would love to
Do
go ahead
Flocks,
and,
too.
and be.
We're okay, Bobby.
Damn. Yeah.
going
that was
through
that
it.
was good stuff, guys.
We just love Moblet.
Again, let's give a hand to Lex and to Zach. That was incredible.
Good shit.
Okay, and
Yeah, AJ. Yeah, AJ.
see, it
Thank you.
got really real. Me and Zach had to take our mics off of the stand.
I know.
Yeah.
I always end up just holding it by the end because this part is so loose, and having it here, it just ends up falling. So
Yeah.
I like how
I don't mind holding it though.
I think
honestly.
when we do our next session,
You're gonna hold it.
we'll hold it.
Yeah, I agree. I kind of
I
like
like
holding
having
it
the ability to.
Yeah, to actually go out and
Give it more
express.
instead of having to
Handle
like go over every time.
Yeah. All right, guys.
Hopefully
so we
the
have a
sound
lot to go
quality's
ahead
still
and we have a lot to cover here. As I mentioned, we have a poll question to go and get to, but there's serious deliberation going on here. Obviously, Levi's made up his mind. Levi wants to go ahead and bring back the commander, and I mean, he has every valid reason to do that. Reasons that even Hanji mentions over later on, and it's about he's the leader. He's the one who has been guiding the scouts
Like
for
he's
so
the
long.
Commander Irvin, so I
He's
get why this is such a hard
The
deliberation.
goat.
He's the one that's been-
original handicap.
He's been leading the scouts well before. Yeah, Bobby, we did the Q&A. Yeah, we got
did.
to your response.
Thank you for your response.
Well, we're
Thank
gonna
you,
go. We'll
thank
get to
you.
the poll question.
We are going to do this just for the first time ever. We're going to do the poll at the end of
at
the
the
episode.
end, yeah, because it's important to go ahead and kind of talk about this together, and I want us to go ahead and talk about this together, guys. But Irvin has been leading the scouts well before Armin even became a scout, right? He's been an excellent soldier. He's been the symbol of hope.
He's All Might.
He's
Yeah.
He is here.
He is.
you know he
He has the single best track record out of any leader in the Scouts.
yeah.
Oh, I thought you were a Pixis stan. What's going on?
He has the single best record. It's just fact.
Just facts, yeah.
It's just straight, all facts, no printer, baby.
But it's just one of those things where Levi has gone on this journey with Irvin. So Levi has seen firsthand the qualities that Irvin has, the leader that he's become, and it's one of those things where when you see it firsthand, it can be hard to go ahead, and especially he's the one who's deciding this. He's the one who's going to go ahead and bring somebody back. It'd be difficult for him to have to be the person that essentially kills the commander.
Yeah.
Also,
know?
I'd argue that's essentially his best friend.
Yeah, you know.
Same time, it's the commander, the person he looks up to and follows, and it's also the person he's closest to.
And I would
Yeah.
imagine he is probably the person in Attack on Titan that he respects the most.
Yeah.
You know?
100%.
He respects him so much that we talked about it, he was trying so hard to just not even get Irvin to be in this position. He understood that Irvin's mind is humanity's best hope. And he wanted to go ahead and save him by even keeping him away from the chance of death and being in this battlefield. But Irvin knew damn well he wasn't going to be denied that.
And when you really think about it, the severity of this situation is you not only would get your commander back, you get your commander back hundreds of thousands of times stronger. He now can regenerate.
Yeah.
He now can easily fight in combat without fear.
He's a
Yeah.
Titan for crying out
He
loud.
gets his
you know?
arm back.
And he would be the fucking colossal Titan.
Yeah,
Like,
that would be cool.
you're not getting taken down easily as the colossal Titan. You're the ultimate trump card for your military force now.
Especially because we already have knowledge on how Bertolt has used it.
Yeah.
Like the abilities to be like, hey, you have steam rush, you could do this, you basically a nuke. Like we get examples of how it could be honed in a very strong way and just be like, hey, Irvin, this is how you can use it.
And who knows? And who knows what else the colossal could do if Erwin got his hands on it?
Yeah, I mean,
Like at the end of the day, like Aaron's finding new shit. He didn't even know that the Attack Titan could produce hardening. Like who knows what imagine a colossal that can also somehow produce hardening.
Yeah.
Like there's nothing that can take it down at that point.
I'm thinking too of like moments where the Colossal has been used as like a last ditch effort for Rhina. Like you have Aaron who's out there being this Titan. He's the one who's kind of like humanity's hope, right? He's the front force. He's like the soldier out there over in the front lines, I mean. And then if something happens where Aaron's in a very difficult situation, guess what? You call the nuke. Boom. Next thing you know,
You just drop Erwin in.
the arrival of Irvin, he goes out there, he becomes this Titan, and then he's able to go ahead and rescue.
Literally
but
pick up
also-
Aaron and throw Aaron back behind safe lines. Like literally when it comes down to it, he can just yeet Aaron and like deal with everything else himself.
I talked about when Armin and when Aaron were prepared to go ahead and battle Bertolt, right? Armin was on Aaron's shoulder.
Yeah.
And they both looked like they were like ready, right? Mm-hmm. Can you imagine having freaking Aaron's Attack Titan over on the shoulder of the Colossal Titan?
Yeah, like a little parrot.
And they're just like, all right, cool. And they'll be like, all right, Aaron, you ready to go ahead and drop down? And just like full on freaking drop down into action and stuff, you know? I just think that
It'd be
for that point too, like you mentioned a great point. We don't just have the commander back.
You get him upgraded. You get Erwin fucking 20.0.
Yeah. Now, I think that we might have talked about it too, about his motivation. I think Josh also mentioned how he thinks that once he were to see what's over inside of the cellar, then maybe that would have not really motivated Irvin to go ahead and
he would have to change his
His new purpose, his goal.
his like purpose.
Yeah.
But I feel like that would be altered very easily in the sense where very quickly we're gonna find out where Marley is.
Yeah.
Whether we like it or not, whether Erwin comes back or Armin comes back, we're gonna see where Marley is.
Especially if you go ahead and you make it known to Irvin that, look, hey, the Beast Titan's still out there, you know, like
Your boy's
that's
still
thing.
there.
But Josh said, yeah, Irvin's only strong because of his drive to prove his dad right.
I mean, at the end of the day, I feel like that drive isn't something that Erwin can replace easily, but it's not also something that he could lose easily either. No matter what, he'll still be a determined.
He might just develop
Disciplined,
it into the next goal.
Exactly. And I feel like he's the type of intelligent man where he could figure out what his next goal is rather quickly and be like, cool, let's get back to work.
Yeah.
You know what? As cool as all of this is, it didn't happen because Aaron didn't make it so.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
You know, it all comes down. And then literally, I was going to ask the next question. I was
comes
going to
down
say,
to God.
do not use that response as your reasoning. I don't want to hear Aaron made it so. I want to hear your legitimate, like, logical thoughts and is Irvin able to change the landscape of Aaron's plans as the Colossal Titan? Does Aaron get as far as he did if Irvin is there in the picture? Does Irvin prevent Aaron from executing the rumbling?
I think he does.
Does the rumbling ever happen? Like, what do we think?
I feel like if Erwin got the power of the Colossal, Aaron 100% is not bright enough
Does Aaron
to
even
start the rumbling.
Bobby says no, point blank period.
Yeah,
Does
Aaron, Aaron's an idiot.
Does Aaron even get the opportunity to go to Marley by himself? Does Irvin make sure that Aaron never even goes on this solo mission?
Now I feel like once Aaron,
Yeah, see,
I was gonna say that's very he said Aaron doesn't
I
go
love it.
AWOL even earlier
I
if
love
he
it.
lost Armin.
Yeah.
like, and I feel like Erwin is someone who knows how to have a good hold on Aaron. Aaron is someone who knows that Erwin's aware of that, and Aaron has gotten out of Erwin's grasp.
They do the rumbling together. No.
I doubt that.
You guys keep discussing. I have to pee.
Okay.
You're good. Aaron's been one to avoid Erwin's clutches before, and does it reach? Only does. But yeah, Aaron's been someone to get away from that before, and I don't think it would stop him from going to Marley. Because you have to realize too, once he gets in that cellar and he starts learning the truth, he's gonna be like, oh well, that monkey man that I saw, that's family. And he's still gonna want to go no matter what, and
That's
nothing's
true.
gonna stop him.
That's true.
Will it be as volatile? I don't think so, because I think at that point Aaron has to realize that Erwin is not gonna drop a nuke on a foreign country without
Interesting.
any real aggravation.
Josh is giving us more clarity as to Aaron going to Marley by himself, and he says Aaron was working with Yelena and Zeke to infiltrate Marley, so he would get there no matter what. He didn't do it alone. So yeah, I think that you're right. I mean, but also I think that the conversation that Aaron had with Zeke was because Aaron was able to go ahead and get to Marley by himself. So I don't know exactly to like how everything kind of started to domino effect. I guess in my mind I was thinking that those plans didn't really come into. Oh my God, Lex, get out of here. But I don't think that I really don't think that in my mind, again, I'm trying to rationalize that. I don't think Aaron necessarily gets that far as to working with them. You know, if he doesn't go to Marley, at least unattended. You know, if he does go to Marley, then I think that Commander Irvin is going to have close eyes on him and stuff. You know,
I feel like because obviously, especially for Erwin, if Aaron disappears, it's a big deal. Call him W. Closeted flock stand. I can confirm that. Everyone, W Lex Flock in the chat, please. Yeah. But yeah, like, I think he can make it to Marley no matter what. I think if Erwin's alive instead of Armin, Erwin's gonna be better at keeping tabs on Aaron and being like, this motherfucker's in a foreign country right now, and we need to get there ASAP before this dude goes AWOL. And I think it'd be different. I think Aaron would be able to anticipate that Erwin, it wouldn't be cold-hearted enough to pull the trigger and dropping a nuke on an entire foreign country without any real aggravation, and Aaron wouldn't be able to be as, I guess.
Oh, my camera got.
Congrats, you're heard you're a flock stan.
yeah,
No,
Flock Stan.
false. I don't know who that Lexamundos person is, but thank you for all the compliments.
Biggest fan.
In any way.
Thanks for all the compliments.
But yeah, I think it just Marley plays out a bit differently, because I don't think Erwin's willing to give up any info or any intel. Like, they may know that he has the Colossal Titan, but he doesn't want them to know that he personally has the Colossal Titan. He'd rather keep that wraps.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. I do think that if Aaron does manage to go over to Marley by himself, that Irvin, of course, is going to have some sort of
Contingency plan.
yeah, he's going to have like some kind of plan, whether it be recon there, kind of spying over on Aaron, kind of keeping tabs on him, making sure that Aaron doesn't do anything stupid, because let's face it, I don't think Irvin fully trusts Aaron to go out there and execute something alone, you know? So
I agree with that statement.
I don't know. I mean, I think it definitely changes the dynamic. I do like your point being that we don't just get Irvin, we get a freaking upgraded Irvin with the abilities of really changing the landscape.
Like, think about how much more useful Falco became after getting the jaw. Like, Falco's importance became exponentially.
Yeah. It
like,
also helped
greater.
that he is an amazing Titan. Like,
Yeah, he picked that shit up so quick.
No training and already was flying, and
Like, that's fate. That's something that only happens when Aaron's like, that's the guy.
yeah.
That's true, but I do like
that's my guy.
I think Lexi kind of talked about this. Might have been from one of those breakdowns you watched, or maybe it was just because it just threw you know,
Watch an
logical
analysis video.
yeah, whether it just be from you know, analysis. But the reason why Flock, I mean not Flock, I keep saying Flock's name. I'm the closeted Flock fan. You heard me. I'm kidding. But with Falco, it's like a worm just digging in there.
I know.
Flock, get the fuck. I'm kidding.
Get the flock out.
But Falco was able to go ahead and be the soldier, the Titan that he became because, and the abilities because of Zeke's DNA, right?
yeah.
Is that what we kind of just?
That's my headcanon. That's my personal headcanon. Is
I think Zach mentioned that.
yeah.
I don't remember mentioning it, but I don't remember.
I found a theory online, and it just makes the most sense to me. It seems headcanon to me.
Yeah,
So.
because he's the only person through through the spinal fluid in the wine, right? They actually became a Titan warrior. So,
That's even more than like my question from previously. Like, do we know whose Titan fluid this is that they have in the case?
yeah, exactly.
Like, if
you
that
know?
is an element into
It's a Rod Rice
getting a
family
Titan
member.
ability.
Don't know which Rod Rice family member.
That's true. It has to be of the Rice family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To go off of what Bobby said, he said, I think Aaron would try to capture the Warhammer and Jaw instead of instead Ryan a plot armor might get in the way. Which, I mean, at the end of the day, if Erwin's alive, everything changes. Butterfly effect. Let's be real here. It doesn't matter anymore what happened in the main story. Ryan could end up being left behind. And his whole arc could be him having to talk with his mom and his mom being like, don't go, blah, blah, blah. And him having his whole come around being like, oh, I need to do this for my family. My mother loves me. She doesn't want me to be a warrior, but I have to do this for her now.
Yeah.
And it's not I get to do this because I want her to love me. I get to do this because she loves me. Mm-hmm. And I get to protect her, which that could be Reiner's whole new turnaround.
Yeah.
And it does seem very Erwood-esque to be like, the Jaw and the Warhammer seem very useful. Let's grab those.
Interesting. Did we talk about Josh's response as well, saying that I think Irvin would be down to attack
I don't think I did.
Marley and destroy the fleet as Armin did, just because getting the Warhammer makes parity stronger, but he wouldn't support the rumbling.
Yeah.
I agree with that 100%.
Yeah.
I think that, like I said, I think Erwin's down to clown and be like, let's fuck Marley up for what they've done to us. But I think after that, it's just more.
Because if, let's say,
Erwin's got to
out of curiosity,
chill out.
Out of curiosity, Irvin gets Colossal. How many years is it between this part in season 3 and season 4 when, I don't know, when we meet Willie Tiber?
How many years?
Yeah.
Is it like 1.5?
I mean, obviously it can't be a whole lot to take a toll on him because Aaron is still fine. And
Interesting. And Josh is saying 4. Bobby's
three,
saying 3.
4. Okay, so let's say 3.5. Let's meet in the middle.
Yeah.
Let's say 3. Okay, well, you're getting outrolled, Bobby. Sorry.
Let's just say 4.
Okay, so 4. Around 4.
That's a long time.
That's around 4 years of training.
Bobby corrected himself. He said 4. Time jump when they reach the ocean. Actually, it's true because Aaron at this point is already thinking about passing along, or he's thinking about the end of his tenure.
Yeah, he's
Right.
already thinking about, like, oh, I'm not going to be, because I'm thinking Irvin is older, but he also is going to have more time with his Titan. Not more time, but like he's going to outlive, let's say they live to the end of their Titan abilities, he would outlive.
He has the
Aaron.
longest clock, basically.
Yeah, his clock is a lot longer.
True.
And, oh, cool. We'll be sure to take a look at that, Heisen.
Yeah, we'll take
What's
a look.
crazy to me is how Aaron was talking about passing on his Titan, but
Yeah, but
his motherfucker already
then-
kissed Story's hand. He was just bullshitting.
I know.
Oh yeah,
He really was.
The thing too,
So then that's like
on
3
that
years of
topic-
training
on
for
that
Irvin.
topic though. He
Motherfucker
made it
played
seem
us
like
all.
he cared about his friends so much. Where he's like, I'm not going to go and pass my Titan along to any of you because I care about you so
Yeah, I
much.
care about you. I wouldn't
He
want you
knew
to
damn
endure
well.
this.
I know,
I'm
and
not
it's anything,
passing
he's
this
like,
shit
I'm
on
gonna
to
fucking
anyone.
die.
Yeah, to anyone
They're
at
gonna kill me.
all.
Connie's like, I think obviously I'm the best option because
Like,
I'm
bro,
obviously the
shut up.
brightest. And he's like, no, I'm not going to do it because I care about you, Connie. And it's like,
No.
bro, come on.
Connie's like, give me big man power.
I know.
Literally, like
Yeah, you have the power.
Aaron was so full of shit. I didn't even think about
know.
that.
I'm
But real quick,
motherfucker lied
I
to
want to go ahead and talk
everybody.
about. I want to talk about real quick. Bobby earlier said. I think that no, he said. Imagine if Zeke had a royal armor with special powers as well, like shooting armor plates.
Whoa.
Yeah, I think that it would be cool to go ahead and see Zeke have some sort of an enhanced ability as a, just royal family member.
I feel like because we haven't
sick.
seen a lot of previous Titan users for those specific Titans, I feel like there's a lot of untapped potential. And there's a lot of abilities that probably have been used and a lot of like things that have been discovered that we don't know.
No.
Are there evolutions when it comes to Titans and the untapped
Yeah,
potential?
the Pokemon.
Because the thing is, like we saw weird
saw Rhina
Rhina.
different.
Yeah,
I feel like Titans are more like Digimon.
yeah, that'd be cool.
They get more mech based as they
and that would be
Yeah.
badass.
As
I mean,
they get industrialized.
like that'd be badass. But the thing is, so, like,
Jaeger Digivolve 2. Attack Titan.
Yeah.
Warhammer Titan.
I know. Because he has like his Warhammer and then his like final. And then he has
He goes,
like his
yeah.
last Titan, which is like a colossal.
And it's
with his
Digivolve 2.
middle
it's a
head.
Digimon.
Rumbling.
Oh God.
Rumbling.
How young are you, Heise?
But yeah, I love going and thinking about those ideas too. Like, I've thought about that too. Where I'm like, man, if they were
It's
able to, because we've
Tamagotchi.
seen
Yeah, he
we've
was
seen
fighting
certain
against what he saw.
Titans be able to go ahead and use or learn to use certain abilities, right?
yeah.
Like we've seen, like we talked about with the hard eating and stuff like that. Granted, that was because of some sort of capsule that was there. It was very, very, you know.
A little power up.
Yeah, there was a power up and all that, right? But it's like, man, like. It would be
Aaron,
cool.
the power, self-respect.
But it would be cool to go ahead and see them be able to enhance their abilities and stuff, you know?
Yeah, like Son said. So we're spot on with the Falco getting the Beast Titan from Zeke's spinal fluid.
Yeah, because since his Falco evolved, we know certain aspects are transferable through fluid, armor, and such.
Damn, that sucks for Ymir. Ymir got no evolution on the jaw. Ymir was just vanilla as shit.
I know. Ymir
bothers me so much.
That's so weird.
Like,
her
kind of like
visual
negative
didn't
vanilla.
change.
Yeah, her pure Titan form didn't change from her Jaw Titan form at all.
Yeah, it's the exact same. So I don't know what that's
Because
about.
she's God Ymir.
She's God Ymir, yeah.
God Ymir.
Yeah.
You can't.
He's not a Digimon. Sorry.
Yeah, that really
She gets
frustrated
no
me.
dilution.
And yeah, I don't know. I just thought the reason was because of for shock value, where the moment that Bertold and Reina see that Titan, they're like, oh, I remember that Titan. Because if she obviously transformed into, just a different form, she wouldn't be as recognizable. But yeah, it's not saying
I
that
understand for the story.
just the teeth and the claws. So I guess that makes sense.
That's true. She did get claws. That's
Yeah.
true.
And
She
I
could've
just
gotten a
Mommy
buff.
Ymir at the end. Different Ymir that we're talking about, but
Yeah, that's a different Ymir, but
Talking about Historia's love life.
yeah.
yeah,
And we just got a letter
You just got.
that's right. That's a letter that
that Ymir
that Ymir is gonna
gave
go ahead
to
and,
Reina. And I'm glad that Reina was even just like, I'm surprised that he was like, this absolute, like, it was moments before death and he reached for the note.
yeah.
That's crazy. All I thought about when I heard Reina and letter was, it smells like her.
Yeah.
I know.
Pretty much, yeah.
Except that
Like,
smell.
okay.
Except that smell over in this story is probably not a good smell. You're probably like, oh shit, it smells like.
I know, it smells like, oh God. Yeah, especially where they're
Oh,
at.
that's that must.
I love the smell.
I wonder, does a transformation from Titan to person, like, does that cause like significant like sense to you or whatever? Like, do Titan warriors have stronger sense than just regular people who just don't shower? Like, if you were to go ahead and exert
No.
whatever abilities and stuff like that, and you transform back into a human, are you gonna smell worse because you were just a Titan?
Oh, like, do you smell bad?
Yeah.
Because you were just inside
do you
of
think, do you have
Titan?
like a Titan smell?
Yeah. So like,
There
yeah,
probably is.
Are you gonna
a
smell
Titan
worse?
smell.
Well, I mean, when you think about it, it's
Like
what?
that fleshy smell?
It's evaporating. It probably just smells like cooked meat, to be honest. It's
That's true. It is evaporating. No, 'cause
That
then
means that
Sasha
shit
would be
is-
all over it then if it smelled like cooked meat. Because we know that Titan like barf
Cooked meat
reeks.
every time. Yeah, I know barf for sure. I would imagine that.
It says, dude, wake up. I have a vlog. No.
No. That's
What's
a fake
not?
letter. That's not in his writing.
What kind of Blues Clues ass shit is this? We did not get that letter today.
Come to think of it, I think
You know
any
what?
Titan
We
from
actually
Zeke-
did get a letter. We got a letter that Lexi's a flock stan.
Yeah, interesting. Titan
false claim.
All right, Lex, want to continue reading Bobby?
Yeah. Come to think of it, I think any Titan from Zeke that took might tap into another, like a Warhammer tiger or attack gator.
Damn.
Okay.
Warhammer tiger. That sounds badass.
Hammer
It's a
tiger.
Warhammer. I feel like it would be like, what's it like a building animal?
Yeah, I don't know. But we talked
Like
about
a beaver.
Warhammer beaver.
Okay.
But we talked about the attack times. Like, is the gator gonna go ahead and be a gator form, or is it gonna have like a gator head and just be like, I don't know. Like we talked about,
I feel like if it's a gator,
humanoid versions of them.
I feel like
you
the
know?
only cool way to do a gator is like
If it was a large actual gator, right?
head. Oh,
Human head?
I was gonna say human head, like Titan head, like human Titan head, with gator-like appendages, and a tail.
That sounds terrifying.
Then, like,
a human head?
scaly- like a scaly, like a lizard person,
Oh God.
instead of like a big old snout. I mean, I guess I could do a big old snout.
I feel like that's like you would want a snout because that's you could really use that. You could store things in there.
What if
you
it's
know?
like no? I feel like if it's a gator, it has to be like the cart Titan,
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
death roll.
Interesting.
Prime Golden Age All Might versus all of AOT. I don't know, man.
AOT.
I think
I want to
he's
see
dying.
all my. I want to see
Bobby
all
likes
my
your
cause the
vision.
rumbling.
I like Zach's vision best.
There's a lot of different crossovers.
Talking about our glasses again?
Thank you, Bobby.
Just talking about the glasses. Yeah. Interesting.
I was thinking more like the lizard
Yeah, true.
from Spider-Man, Andrew
Spider-Man.
Garfield's universe, the Sony universe.
Crossover.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, there is. I agree. But it's probably because they all were kind of like in the same training. They were all trained in Marley, right?
Beats, carts, Battlestar Galactica.
Okay.
Sorry.
I do like the idea of like freaking
Battlestar
like
Galactica.
like mecha forms of these titans.
That'd be
I
so
know.
Like,
dope.
that's badass.
What if you could combine them like Captain Planet? They just all put their rings together.
I don't know why I thought of Gurren Lagann, where you can just use the power of the spiral to combine your.
Well, I want to talk about this real quick. So let's piece together this titan forms. Obviously, the
God.
colossal is the body, right?
Yeah.
The colossal.
No, the
would be-
colossal's just the head, actually.
Yeah, the colossal.
That's all.
He's a
Fucking
bobblehead.
Sheen. Did you guys watch the Jimmy Neutron show?
Yeah, where they had.
Sheen when he's got his big old fucking brain.
Yeah.
I am Ultra Lord or whatever. The
Yeah,
name of the
something like
dude
that.
was.
So we got So we
His
have.
voice is such a fever dream. Oh my god. I am.
So colossal body form, right?
Yeah.
Let's talk about the legs.
Or what if it's just colossal size?
Yeah,
Well,
let's just give it colossal size.
What if it's an animal but it's colossal size?
Well, we're piecing together if we have these attack titans, these titans, they decide to morph into like a Megazord form.
So
Okay.
you have beast, cart, female, warhammer, founding, attack.
Okay, we need colossal size. We need colossal size to say the least.
Let's make it simple, okay? We'll go based off limbs, right? And head,
Okay.
right? And body. So obviously we got
The
two
head
arms,
is
2 legs, body, and head.
Okay.
Okay. So however
the
you want to go
the
ahead.
chest has to be the female because we need boobs.
Yeah, that's a must.
It's a must.
The chest and the butt, it has to be female.
God.
Or do you want to just give it female hair? Like pick your
I'm
poison.
thinking
female
about
hair or
I'm thinking
bust.
about like they're actually like they're jumping into like not jumping into the whatever like form.
Oh my god! Like when like
thinking
in
about,
One
like,
Piece,
One Piece.
when they grab the arms and the legs and they
Yeah.
just hold each
so
other.
like they're actually like boom whatever is not. Let's say they are like some sort of mechanical form, right?
how are they gonna
But-
hold up that colossal titan, bro?
So I'm saying the colossal is going to be. Oh, you're right because the
colossal's
that's
the
the
right
leg.
leg
Colossal
just
has to
holding
be
the
one
rest.
of the legs.
Damn.
There's just no other leg.
That says Aaron would be the head, of course. That makes a lot of sense.
Can we have Aaron
is a
with his
brain-
metal hair too, though?
Yeah.
His long hair.
I'm just thinking of it like okay, it would be difficult to go ahead
Just
and
give
kind
it a
of combine
tail.
it.
Let's just give it a tail.
Okay, so we'll go based off of just the general consensus here of like,
No, but
okay,
then when does the jaw
we're
come?
blending
It
it.
has to
We're
be a
blending
jaw.
them. We're
We're
blending
just
them.
gonna,
Okay.
if we're gonna blend, this is my
Okay. So how do you envision it?
colossal size?
Okay.
We're gonna have
So the colossal is the size. So
colossal's
boom,
the
colossal size.
it's
So
gonna have it's
colossal's
gonna have
done.
a jaw like a what's his name from the first arc of One Piece with the first Marine with the
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking. I don't know his
Morgan,
name.
Captain Morgan, Accent
Okay.
Morgan. But you know he has that little metal jaw
Okay.
thing. He's gonna have one of those.
Okay.
But
His jaw.
does that take away the jaw?
Yeah. 'cause
Okay.
he's gonna
Yeah,
have-
that's
he's gonna
jaw.
have
Okay.
Jaw strength. He's gonna have
Okay.
jaw strength. We're gonna give it a tail. We're gonna give it a
For
kangaroo.
beast?
So
yeah.
so beast is
We're gonna
would be
give it
the
a
tail.
kangaroo
Okay.
tail,
Okay.
so it can lean back and drop kick as
Okay.
the colossal size titan.
Okay.
Does it have armor?
Yes, it has plating on the back and on the limbs, but not the tail.
like an armadillo.
I picture okay. Well, when you said in the back with the tail, I was thinking of like Godzilla, the spikes, whatever and stuff.
Oh yeah.
They had, like,
I
armored
was thinking
spikes
of an
on the tail.
armadillo, but
An
that works too.
armadillo, yeah. Okay, so
I was just thinking like reptile scales.
Okay.
okay,
Scales.
reptile
You still
scales
have 6
as
titans
armor.
to go.
6.
6
Yeah.
of them? What?
There's 9 titans, isn't there?
Give me the founder's hair. Give me the
Founder's hair. Okay.
Give me the founder's hairstyle.
So we're
am I
missing
missing?
female.
Well, you could
Boobs.
just have founders' abilities. Like it's
Boobs.
just gonna have all their abilities.
Yeah.
Okay, so boobs. Okay, female.
Okay, female's got the boobs.
What else am I missing? The cart.
Yeah. Cart, Warhammer.
I'm gonna give it like peaks, kind of like
Spanish voice.
I wish.
Yeah.
No, the nose, like how the nose, kind of the snout.
Okay.
So it's gonna have that-
It just can't walk on all fours.
it's gonna have
it'd be
a-
easier to
it's-
just
it's
do
gonna have a
that.
metal lower jaw. It can walk on all fours.
Jacob
Okay,
was
so
saying you
cart.
have the carts like the weaponry that's attached to it.
Carl Weezer. Bust. Yes.
we
Giant Levi Ackerman. Giant armadillo.
He goes, no,
God.
no dog face.
Dog face.
we still need
Yeah, whatever.
attack, Warhammer, and
I'm gonna give it the hardening ability for the attack.
okay.
Or just brute strength.
Yeah.
What else am I missing?
Warhammer and who's the last Titan? There's 9 Titan users, right?
Damn.
Oh shit, who are we missing?
I don't know who we're
Maybe I
missing.
didn't count Colossal.
Maybe you didn't.
Anyways, so for Warhammer, I'm just gonna give
Warhammer.
it the ability to create weapons. with
Okay.
the white part.
Yeah,
of the
so it's got that
You
Warhammer
got a
ability.
Badass armadillo.
Godzilla with weapons.
Hell
Yeah. It's pretty much Godzilla
Really
with
cool.
a metal jaw,
I don't think
Great.
I have anything else I can do.
some
Great.
armor.
That was a good.
Is that all the Titans? It has to be.
I did
think it is.
Colossal, Attack, Female, Armored, Beast, Jaw, Warhammer, Founder.
I wasn't listening, so I don't know.
Armadillo.
You did
yes.
attack.
The armadillo.
The Jaw. So we did Attack. So let's just do it based on characters. I did Aaron's, Annie's, Rhina's, Verdi's, Emir's, Zeke's. Technically, we'll just say Grisha for the Founder.
Yeah.
Who am I missing here? I said Peak for the cart, right?
Yeah. Pete.
Yeah, and you said Warhammer already, right?
And Warhammer, right?
Oh yeah, and you didn't say a character for the Warhammer. That is all 9.
Whatever,
Yeah.
whatever the Warhammer.
There you go. Great
That
job.
is all 9.
Hell
I forgot
yeah.
her name, but she's part of the Tiber family.
All right, so let's get to this deliberation because we do want to get to the poll, of course. And again,
Oh,
it is
that's
really
true.
late for a lot of our friends. But yeah, so anyways,
That flies, man.
Levi,
Correct. Oh, I was like, it's only been 5 minutes, AJ. What do you mean?
ever since the power went out,
It's
over
only been 5 minutes.
Change it.
Talk about
But yeah, so
Link in your tunes.
Levi's prepared to go ahead and do what he has to do to go ahead and bring back Irvin. Irvin, he's obviously, one thing that was interesting here was that Aaron asked Levi essentially like, let me see the example. That essentially is like, why this sudden change? Like, why didn't you give the injection?
Yeah, like,
right
why'd you
away,
wait?
Right? And he says, I was thinking about
'Cause I
Irvin.
knew.
I was considering the chance that he might be alive. And then Aaron tells him, like, Aaron says that you couldn't have known that Flock would carry the commander here. There's no way you would have seen that coming. In other words, Aaron saying, I've already foreseen it. There's no way you would have known that was going to happen.
I foresaw this.
He goes, why didn't you tell me or whatever? Why didn't you give it to me quick enough? Anyways, it still plays out however Aaron wants it.
Yeah.
But then Levi's just simple. You're not wrong, but this is where we're at now. I'm reviving
It is
him.
what it is, and it
Right?
ain't what it ain't, baby.
And so obviously Aaron becomes very hostile and he decides to actually grab this case away from the captain. The captain reacts by doing what he usually does and he resorts to violence.
Yeah.
He goes out there and
he knows what he's
He's ready to
doing.
beat some ass.
he backhands the shit out of Aaron and like sends him flying back. And what happens once Aaron gets hurt? Mikasa gets involved.
Second
And
boy.
the captain is so weak at this point for obvious reasons. I mean, he just took down a wall of pure titans, right?
Oh, that man literally just did the most.
He had to deal with the beast titan, nearly finished off the beast titan before the beast titan was saved by the cart. But he doesn't have the strength right now to go ahead and get Mikasa off of him, right? And Mikasa even thinks to herself, like, he's so weak right now that I can literally just take this case away from him. Why
Yeah.
didn't she?
Probably because she knew like it's wrong. I
Probably didn't want to hurt him in the process. Probably just wanted to wiggle it
he
out of
probably
him.
still definitely has that respect for Levi, and that
Yeah.
was just like, okay,
the second-
I am still a soldier.
Okay.
The second Mikasa actually wounds him, that means Levi's gonna wound you, and you don't want.
It's one of those things where you better kill him because if you don't
Yeah.
kill him,
if you're gonna draw your blade and you're gonna cut him up, you kill or be killed.
yeah, you have to commit to
ruthless
it.
like that.
Yeah.
Levi don't play no games.
So I want to go ahead and get to Flock's little fire back at Mikasa because he says some pretty important things here. And he goes out and we'll get to Aaron's words really quickly, but Flock's what's something I want to cover. So he essentially tells Mikasa, like, look, no, I'm not going to shut up. He goes, you're not the only ones that have suffered through this, right? He goes, on the other side of that wall, which is a great point. Obviously, they're not aware of what was happening over on the other side of the wall. They don't
Yeah,
understand
true.
what they saw, right? What they experienced. And Flock pretty much lays it out. He says, look, he goes, on the other side of that wall, there's not a single soldier left alive. The Beast Titan threw crushed boulders at everyone. That field is soaked with the blood of my comrades. So let's think about that for a moment, right? Like that paints a gruesome picture.
Everyone's dead.
He literally
Even the
said-
way that he was describing like his feeling towards Irvin, he was like, I almost killed him there myself.
Yeah, exactly. And then
He literally
he's a
calls him a
devil.
devil. Yeah, and he's literally like, we need a devil too. Like which is ironically enough, the Island Devils.
Yeah.
Island boy.
You know, Irvin is the mascot. He is the devil. But yeah, so getting to that point here, right? He talks about Irvin. This was his plan. We were able to strike back at the Beast Titan. We did. He said, my comrades were smashed to bits, right? And he says the last thing that they all felt was all-consuming fear,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And then, like Alexi had mentioned, when I realized the commander was still alive, I almost finished him off myself. And that would have changed the landscape. Can you imagine?
And I'm like, Falco, bro, what? I mean, he was going to die anyways, but bro, what?
Yeah. Can you imagine if Flock went ahead and actually murdered, finished off the commander?
No, we can say what it is. It would have been
No,
murder.
it would have been murder.
And then comes to find out later on, as he searches for more people, oh shit, Captain Levi's still alive.
I killed the only person that lived
Now,
through
do
that.
we think Flock is stupid enough to announce this? That, oh my gosh, Captain, I can't believe you're still alive. Had I
killed
known,
Erwin.
do we think he's stupid enough to go and be
No,
like,
he would not have
No.
admitted it.
he would have held that to the grave.
And if
Right?
so,
'Cause
he
he's
would have tried to
Flock.
turn it into a hero story for him to be like, I put him out of his misery, and da-da-da, if there was.
Oh my
any
gosh,
reason
can you
to find
imagine?
out.
He would not say that.
Agree. Slant says no, he keeps it to himself. Can we imagine though if all of a sudden
Think about the hate he would get from everybody else.
he's gloating, right? Let's say he is. He's out there. He's like painting the picture to make it seem like you said, Lex. He was doing an honorable thing.
I was the hero.
I saw the
He
commander.
begged me to put him
You
out
know
of his
what?
misery.
I had to put him out of his
Bruh.
misery, and somehow that gets to Captain Levi.
And Levi goes, "Hey, Flock, you're dead."
Just say, "Flock, step into my office."
Yeah. I want to speak with you.
And the office isn't even office. It's just like literally like a
torture
freaking.
cell,
It's
like a
an
prison cell.
it's an alley with like it's a dead end.
Yeah.
You have your back to the fucking dead end
Yeah,
of your
to the
alley,
dead end.
and in front of you is Levi, and Levi goes, "So, tell me, did you find the commander alive?"
Mm-hmm.
And at that point, do you lie? Is he going to be too
No,
afraid
he-
to commit to a lie, or is he going to confess?
He can't lie because Levi would have already known the truth.
Yeah, right.
So he would have had to be like, I'm so sorry.
Levi wouldn't be asked if he didn't know if it was true.
Yeah, exactly. But I'm thinking in this moment of fear, do you think he panics and goes, "Oh, no, I didn't know," whatever.
I think he would. Flock seems like the type to be like, "I saw him, but he wasn't dead. I just told that story so it sounded like I was doing him a favor."
Now, what do we think the punishment
I put him
for
out of his
Flock would
misery.
be?
I didn't know.
I think Levi would either jail him for life or kill him.
I think Flock's like, "Tell me," or I should say, he tells Flock, "How did you put the commander out of his misery?"
Yeah. Describe it to me.
And however he goes and does it is going to be the
The way that he dies.
punishment for Flock.
Yeah.
Cool, you're gonna die 10 times worse.
Yeah.
As long as Hanji's not the one orchestrating the torture. Mm-hmm. Who the hell? Who doesn't ask any questions?
I know.
first?
Who the hell tortures someone without asking questions first?
Gotta
Oh,
warm you
yeah.
up.
Speaking of
Just gotta warm you
Hanji.
up.
Speaking of Hanji.
Oh, yeah. They didn't know that she was alive.
Yeah.
She walked.
one knew.
She hopped in and put Mikasa in a chokehold, and they were like, "What?
So the thing is
She's
that
here!"
as far as Levi goes, I mean, Levi, remember, asked Irvin before they went on their missions, essentially, what is, like, what's going on with Hanji's squad? And, well, Irvin essentially said we can only assume that they're all dead. And at that point, it's hard to disagree. Right? It's hard to go ahead and kind of think and be hopeful, which obviously Levi is hopeful at the point where he thought that Commander was still alive.
Yeah.
Right? So maybe he is hopeful at this point. But when he gets that confirmation from Hanji, when Hanji actually helps Levi, right? Because Flock gets so animated that he's now essentially forced to go, maybe not forced, but the emotions become so real to him that I can only imagine he starts reliving the shit that he saw out over in that wall. He starts thinking about all of the comrades that he lost, right? He's like, no, fuck this. Like, the commander needs to live to the point where he feels obligated to take action. Not right to take action against Mikasa.
Yeah, perhaps
Right?
not. But
He would have been better off trying to deck Aaron.
Yeah, and I mean, honestly, no, I would say that
Well,
wouldn't
that
work
Mikasa would
either.
have come after him. You're right.
That wouldn't have worked
Yeah.
either because I was gonna be like, if he picks up Aaron's, like his where Aaron is trying to gather himself, and he picks him up and uses him as like some sort of hostage. Like Aaron's, I feel like he's gonna
Human
be
shield.
he's gonna be able
Aaron
to.
would be like, "You're a fucking idiot."
Yeah,
Yeah. I mean, like, bro,
You're a fucking
do you know who I am?
just I can see Aaron just getting the biggest grin and being like, "You're a fucking fool, Flock."
you are.
Yeah. Explosion.
Oh, brother, this guy stings. Get him out of my sight.
Idiot. My gosh, yeah, that's great. But I think that Flock would have done something very like almost irrational. And again, we want to give Flock his flowers but also
Only for that one time.
Yeah, it's
Flock's
flowers for the grave, baby.
Flock.
Flock.
Flock isn't necessarily the most like savvy in this moment. He becomes more ruthless as the story goes on. Yeah, he becomes very like.
This is just a start.
He becomes a force to be reckoned with later on. You know, that fucker won't die.
Yeah.
Right. But in this moment, I feel like he would have done something a little more rational, but he didn't. You know, he went after Mikasa.
I was supposed to say, this dude just did come back from basically living the unlivable.
Yeah.
Probably feels like $1 million.
That's a great point. Literally, he talks about his purpose, his sole purpose, right? Let me find it exactly. He goes, that is my mission, right? Was to bring him back. He says,
it's my mission to bring him back. That's why a coward like me outlived the heroes around him, because Erwin needs to fight on.
Yes.
So get out of his way right now.
And Mikasa was going to fuck this guy up.
Shut up.
You know? But that's when we talked about Hanji. Hanji here enters the story here in this moment, this situation. We understand Hanji was waiting for the signal. She got the signal from Mikasa pretty much to go ahead and end Reina because somebody else is alive. They're going to bring back someone else. That doesn't work out because the cart actually saves Reina, almost takes out Hanji in that process. But here Hanji is now. Hanji is there to go ahead and restrain Mikasa, actually get Mikasa off of Levi. Levi, again, is very surprised and I think very happy to see Hanji is alive. And now Hanji is doing Hanji's best to, again, just get the point across to both Mikasa and Eren, right? Because I want to talk about Eren's words very quickly, because Eren's words are very powerful too. And he talks about
I like Mikasa's words in particular. He's special.
He's special. And he is. And this is because this is why he's special. Eren says, like, look what he's done, right? He's used his plan to take back Tross with that boulder. Remember the boulder in Tross? He's the one who realized what Annie was. That is true. Eren was even so, naive, and he was he trying to not believe that, because it was his idea to avoid the Titans by coming here at night. Now, I want to give Armin credit for that, but I think that maybe someone else could have kind of thought about that as well. But he continues saying, he's the only reason we uncovered Reina's hiding spot. That is true, right?
That
100%.
Who knows how long they would have continued to go ahead and search and found nothing and wasted so much precious time, right? They found Reina. Even Reina was aware of it. When he got exposed, he goes, like, he even essentially, like, sees Armin and he pretty much tells him, like, you're too smart for your own good type shit, right?
He saw Armin was like, yep, that's why I got found.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he continues saying, he goes, and he's the only reason we defeated Bertold.
True.
Very
We
true.
only got this far because of Armin.
Because he's a hero.
And then he says, I can't save humanity, and neither can the commander, but Armin can. And those are strong words. You're literally telling the Captain Levi that, look, I can't do it, the commander can't do it, only Armin can do it. Like, how do you think Levi's going to go ahead and digest those words when the person that he respects the most, right? He's being told by Eren that Commander Erwin can't save humanity. When Levi himself says that he believes that Erwin is humanity's only
Last
hope.
hope.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
More so than Eren to Levi.
and I don't know, they're really strong words. But again, with Hanji, she again is there trying to go ahead and get the point across to a very emotional Mikasa. Mikasa becomes even more emotional once she sees essentially Levi's preparing to go ahead and inject Erwin, which that's got to be a really difficult feeling.
Yeah.
Being so helpless for somebody who's so strong. Mikasa is so damn strong.
Yeah.
In this moment, she can't do anything, right?
Also because she's just so loyal.
Yeah. And Armin obviously is a big, just like pivotal part of both these two characters' lives.
Yeah.
In Eren and Mikasa. Like, in some ways, you can kind of describe him as like the glue, or he's like the Jiminy Cricket of the character here,
for
like,
sure, I agree.
He's probably prevented Eren from, risking his life on who knows how many times growing up, Like, obviously Mikasa has always been there to protect him, but like Armin has,
You know how brave Armin is.
like, yeah, exactly. But damn, the commander.
Honestly,
Or-
if I'm in, I have no answer. If I'm in their shoes, if I'm Levi, especially if I'm Levi in this situation, picking Erwin, man.
To Irvin. Okay, so I think
Yeah,
that
if
just
I am Levi,
That
I
just
would have a
seems like the
favoritism.
smart choice, bro. That just seems like, even if I'm anyone besides Aaron, like even in Mika's situation, I get that's your childhood friend, but Erwin's just a clear choice, man.
okay, interesting. So we're gonna go ahead and talk
Maybe
about
bring a
this
long way.
last part here, and then we'll get to the poll
If
question.
we're
I
taking
promise.
God Aaron out of the equation.
Hanji notices the decision. Hanji's words, no, it isn't fair. And it's not fair, right? We wish we could have them both. We talked about trying to split the Titan serum. Don't know if that's going to work or not.
No, it'd
Right?
be safer to just give it all.
But Hanji tells Mikasa, I understand how you feel, but most of us are dead. We can't afford to lose our commander too. The scouts must endure. If we lose our symbol of hope, we lose everything. So obviously Hanji believes that, hey, Aaron, as good as Aaron is, right? Aaron isn't our hope, right? Hanji believes that Commander Irvin is humanity's hope.
Yeah.
Right? She essentially
A lot of people do.
expresses it in plain sight right there.
Yeah.
Regardless if she kept that to herself because she wanted to go along with, Aaron's our savior, humanity's savior. She says here, like if we lose the commander, we lose our hope,
Yeah.
you know?
I feel like also for Hanji in that situation, you have to realize Hanji's thinking, if we don't bring Erwin back, who's commander?
Yeah.
Hanji.
And I think
And Hanji's like, I'm not ready for that.
I was gonna say, I think she knows she's not ready for that either.
Yeah.
I mean, we see when she does become commander that it does take some time for her to like get in her own and get used to it. Like, it's not easy. It's not a seamless transition.
Exactly.
You gotta take a couple trips and falls on the way.
So that's probably even more reason why she's like, please, we gotta bring back Irvin because I'm not ready.
And even then, just
And she
think
just
about,
lost Moblet.
just thinking about too. Yeah, it's true. But thinking about also like being able to get the guidance from the commander and continuing to learn, and all that. And again, like you described, he's like an upgraded version of himself. Not to say that he's not going to die anytime soon, but that means, hey, he's going
There's
to be the commander.
a much less chance of him
He's
dying
going to be
again.
the commander for a while. I get to continue to learn, this and that, continue to go ahead and be a great leader in Hanji's own right, without the pressure of being the commander,
Yeah.
because that brings a whole
Of the
other
scouts.
pressure to you as a leader. It's
Yeah.
one thing being able to go ahead and be very smart and lead, your own squad, but having to lead and be a decision maker for the scouts in general.
That's
like,
stressful.
I mean,
All those lives at your
Especially after you just got wiped the fuck out.
yeah,
You have to completely rebuild.
exactly. And I
after
mean,
we already had such like
After you got wiped out before that, and
Yeah.
wiped out before that,
knowing that the Beast Titan is still out there,
And
and that the armored
armor
and
too,
cart are still out there,
yeah.
and the jaw.
But Mikasa's response, as we stated, is Armin, he's special. Now Hanji responds, right, saying that he has an amazing mind, you're right, but Irvin is far more experienced and he's a leader.
that's true.
No.
That's
But-
a very
but look
big
at
reason.
what Armin has done with his lack of experience. Imagine if he had experience.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
That's a
but
good
the thing
point.
You
is-
can make a very good argument for both. That's why this is such a good discussion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I like, just to devil's advocate you, he doesn't have experience. It doesn't matter what could happen if he gets that experience, because in the
And what if
situation
we don't have
we're
the time?
in the situation we're currently in, he might not get to gain that experience. He might
Yeah.
just be fucked up a month from now.
Because like
a
you
year
mentioned
from
last
now.
week, anime timing is crazy. This seems like this has been going on for so long. This isn't a matter of maybe hours
Yeah.
for
Exactly.
between like taking down the beast, coming up with the plan to even do a suicide charge. Yeah, like Armin near death, the deliberation. This isn't a matter of maybe an hour, 2 hours.
Like thinking about just the time span from when they got to Shiganshina to where they're at now with this very important decision.
Yeah, it's
know?
been a couple episodes, but it's probably like again anime timing. It's probably just hours
Could have been
from discovering
45
them
to an
hiding
hour,
in the
hour and a
walls
half.
to
Never
now.
know.
It's all on the same day. Just picture all of that
Yeah.
happening to you in one day.
The sun has not set.
And so now we get to a point because the next thing Hanji discusses is Hanji talks about the people that she's lost.
Yeah, the amount of farewells.
And we get to obviously the whole mobile part. And the mobile part is what we're going to go and continue on with next episode. But
Trying to make me
now
cry.
we're going to get to finally the poll and see what you guys said in your guys' decision. So Lexi, please read the poll question and we're going to find out what you guys decided. If you guys are in Levi's shoes, which congratulations, by the way. I mean,
Yeah.
if you're in Levi's
If you're in
shoes,
Levi's
hell
shoes,
yeah.
good job, man.
You are
Props.
badass and you are so strong. You've endured so much. And now who are you choosing to bring back? Is it going to be Armin, who, again, you witnessed with your own ears?
Yeah.
You were hiding.
Without Aaron's divine intervention.
You were hearing while you were hiding in that hall, that kind of like, little outdoor kind of alleyway type thing. You were hearing just the ambition that little Armin has, that glimmer in his eye, the same look that Irvin had, right? You've seen these same qualities, same traits.
You've seen these glimpses.
Right? You understand everything that Armin has done to this point, and even if you didn't, guess what? Aaron explained it to you. He is special, as Mikasa said. Are you going with Armin, or are you going with the man that you respect the most, the man that you have fought side by side for who knows how many years, the man you saw grow into and become this great commander, this great leader, the man who is out there fighting without a fucking arm? This man who is willing to lay down his life when it's time. That's what you say you do as a scout, right? To lay down your life when it's called upon.
Yeah.
He did that. He led his
He
scouts.
led by example.
And you can bring this guy back, like as Zach mentioned, as this upgraded form. It's a difficult decision for you guys. I hope you thought about it. And Lexi, take it away.
We asked you, who did you want to save?
Dun, dun, dun.
Irvin Smith or Armin Arlett? And I gotta say, it's a little close.
It's close.
It's a little close.
Ooh.
Okay.
It's less than 10% away from each other.
Damn.
Okay. And again, I would love for you guys to give us your reasoning, give us your thought process on this here in chat live, because that's part of the reason why, and I hope you guys stuck around with this because I know it is late, but that's part of the reason why I wanted to go ahead and talk about this together, is because we wanted to get the context, right? We wanted to understand the decision. And now I want to understand your guys' reasoning and learn why you guys want to bring back that person, understand why. And I think we're ready for the results.
I lied. It's 14% away from each other.
Okay.
So not less than 10.
Crazy.
Less than 15.
Okay.
So who do you think is at the bottom?
I'm going to stay true to my heart, and I'm going to think that Armin is still the choice to bring back.
You think Armin's at the top?
I think Armin is at the top, which means Irvin would be the one who
At the bottom?
is 14% shy.
Who do you think?
This is bullshit. I think it's Armin, but I want it to be Erwin.
Okay.
Okay. With 43% of votes at the bottom is Irvin Smith.
Irvin Smith.
You sheep. You're sheep. You are all
Then
sheep to
at
Aaron's ways.
57% is Armin Arlett.
Wow. Much
Sheep.
closer than I anticipated. I'm not going to lie. Okay. So as we get to Jacob's reasoning saying easy, Irvin, because he's him and he's been him and he will always be him.
Okay.
Okay. I think Slant agrees with Irvin. Perhaps, maybe did we get a reasoning why if you voted Irvin? We'll love to understand again, get more clarity as to why. Maybe maybe Slant voted for Armin. But again, let's understand why. Zach, do you want to talk about why Irvin?
I've rest my case. feel like we've already said a good amount, but I feel like just because, like I said, he has the experience. And Erwin, that has the Colossal Titan, I view as damn near unstoppable. And that monkey ain't gonna cause no more problems for him if it's a one-on-one, because all he's gonna do is punt that monkey.
Especially if Levi's still in the
monkey.
picture.
That funky monkey. The monkey's
Yeah.
claw. Monkey's fist.
Yeah, Jacob continues saying because
The
it was day
monkey.
1 for me. Lex,
I choose Armin
Armin, why?
for the same reasons that pretty much Aaron was preaching, that
Yeah.
we were analyzing, just talking about how much potential and the stuff that he's already done, being so inexperienced. Like the reasoning why we're here today is because of Armin and his big dandelion brain of his.
I love it. And even Slant, again, it's kind of similar to what you were kind of saying here, Lex. Says Slant voted for Armin. Armin is the hope of the series for me. The reason to keep going, to keep searching for understanding. Yeah,
Yeah.
interesting.
The only time I don't agree with that. Okay, how you say. I mean, but Flock is there, so I guess you could agree with Flock.
No.
But yeah, I agree. Like this whole show, the whole show, I feel like the hero, and you guys obviously could disagree. You guys did disagree. I think is Armin for how the show ended and everything, and how we got to where we were at the end of Attack on Titan. We wouldn't have gotten a resolution without Armin. I think.
I agree with that. He's the one who literally decks Aaron in the mouth and the schnoz in the last fight.
I just, for me, same exactly as Lexi mentioned, like for the reasons that Aaron had described, and also I think that there is no ending to this story without Armin
Yeah.
and how
I
things
agree.
play out.
And see, and that's the sad part. You guys want it to end. I want that shit to go on.
The thing with Irvin is that he definitely.
Well, I think that's the best way it could have ended. We need Armin for that. If we had Irvin, or if Irvin
felt
would
like
have
she would've
died,
just kinda just been a little more
I think the
ongoing.
rumbling just would have rumbled, and that's it.
It's fine. Let there be. Let it die. Let it.
and then you have
Let it shiver like pain.
a Commander Irvin in his colossal Titan form trying to stop an army of marching colossals.
Yeah.
I don't know. Not going to work out too well.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I just think
Get rumbled.
if God Aaron is not involved, I'm going Erwin.
yeah. And that's always, again, what it stems down to. It's whatever Aaron
Whatever
wants.
Aaron fucking wants. That greedy son of a gun.
Very good. Is there any other discussion to be had here as to
Nope.
this decision? Obviously, we haven't covered even the decision happening yet, so there's
I
still
know.
going to be
this is the
discussion.
whole thing.
I know.
This is just the deliberation here, and obviously, we're going to go ahead and cover again an emotional part of this scene here, and that is how Moblit, how he ended up dying. So we'll continue with that the next episode. But yeah, guys, I want to say again, thank you guys so much for sticking around with us. It's a weekday. It's late for some of you, and we had great discussion today. It was so great to go ahead and have chat going. We love doing these podcasts when you guys are here live with us, chatting with us, just having our own deliberations.
It's been great.
Our own little theories, and just analyzing these episodes together, going through the Q&A together, and the poll questions together, and just talking about random shit together. It's a lot of fun, and I'm so thankful that you guys were able to join us. Zach, Jacob says, you and me, Zach, we're the only ones. Don't worry. We will hold down the fort.
Oh, damn well we will. Because
There
we
we go.
don't believe in no God Aaron.
Oh,
Go
shit. Hell yeah. That looks freaking cool. And it's
It is
crazy.
the lead.
It's crazy to go ahead and see the difference between like Bertold's Colossal
Yeah.
and
And
like Armin's Colossal,
Armin's.
because Armin's is much
Is
more
it
like
really
leaner.
life-sized?
It's not life size.
Yeah, you can't see.
Yeah,
That's
it's
pretty
huge.
fucking
see
big.
Jacob all the way down there. And
Yeah. And
That's pretty sick.
you got
hell
a
yeah.
drone to
That
record
thing's
it.
That's badass,
huge.
Jacob, for sure.
That's dope.
But,
dude.
Great
again,
sick
job,
statue.
Jacob. I was just
Huge
showing them your
thanks.
video.
Huge thanks to everybody that joined us here on this podcast.
Put the podcast
everybody,
in the background.
everybody that listened, and everybody that just watched and hopefully enjoyed. Yeah, it was a lot of fun, guys. This was a fun episode. It was an emotional one as well. We got it all. We got the tears and stuff. Mm-hmm. It's all good stuff. So that wraps up another episode of the Attack Talk podcast. This is season 3 of our our episode breakdown and discussions. Remember, guys, new episodes will be streamed live on Twitch. I am very sad to say that we will not have an episode next week because I will be out of town for work.
Age is a working man.
I will be gone from Thursday to possibly Tuesday, depending on how quickly we get the job done. But yeah, I'll be out over in Texas.
Tuesday.
I'll be out over in Texas doing some work. So unfortunately, no episode next week. But we'll be back the week after that, of course. And make sure you guys follow us over on Instagram because that's where we will make sure to update you guys. We'll let you guys know when we plan on streaming live. Obviously, we are doing it on a Monday here. We usually do them on Sundays, but again, I was also out over in Joshua Tree. And yeah. Aren't you a construction builder? Yeah, I guess some sort.
I mean, kind
Maybe you
of.
can fall under that.
He's Bob the Builder, actually.
You know they're doing a live action Bob the Builder?
Are you fucking kidding me?
Live action Bob the Builder. Why
Why?
do they need that to be live action?
Don't know.
Who asked for that?
Don't know. But the actor, it's I don't know. I've only seen him from like one of the latest Transformers. Yeah, he's kind of like a younger dude. But yeah, I am Bob the Builder. No, I am a machinist. So I primarily go ahead and work on old ODM gear.
Yeah, that's
and,
what it is.
Try to maintain, the
He makes
functions and
ODM
stuff,
gear for
and
the military,
see how
for
they
the
do
scouts.
and all that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I had a hand in creating those weapons, which I thought was going to be used against Titans, but instead they became really good weapons to use against humans.
Yeah.
I guess in hindsight, I should have thought logically about it and be like, hey, how are these guns going to take out Titans? But I was just doing what I was told.
Okay, well, I just need to.
They gave me the print. The print was there in front of me. I just had a job to do. And so what? They paid me under the table. I mean, what are you going to say?
That's what paid for Joshua Tree, guys. Come on now.
They threatened me and threatened my life. I didn't tell Lexi, but they threatened my family too. You're welcome, Lex.
That's crazy.
Nah, you should have let him.
But yeah, I'm a machinist. So I'll be doing
He makes Gundam.
machinist stuff over in Texas. Yeah, I'll leave it at that.
I'm gonna go do machinist stuff.
Over in Texas. But yeah, that'll be fun.
Jeez.
Not really. It won't be
Let
fun.
me know if you see Sandy there.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. Speaking of Texas, shout out to NatePlaysBad.
Oh
Fucking
yeah, that
loser.
too. Already canceled.
Already canceled his Nate's channel over on Instagram. On
We'll give it a beat
YouTube,
still.
right? YouTube, right?
Mm-hmm.
Over on YouTube.
It's him and his content buddies.
He's content buddies.
Yeah, shout out to NatePlaysBad. NatePlaysBad is his handle, I believe, in pretty much everything. So check him out over on Twitch. Check him out over on Instagram. Check it out over on Twitter, right? Or I guess I say formerly known as Twitter, now X.
No, we're still calling it.
Calling it Twitter. Yeah. NatePlaysBad on YouTube. All the good stuff. And as we mentioned, there's already canceled. But yeah, Nate does a lot for the pod. So we're so thankful for Nate. And yeah, shout out to Nate. All right, guys. It's late, so just in closing, guys. Yeah, you guys are awesome. I mean, I don't know what else to say. I say it every single podcast episode. I mean, I love you guys so much. I mean, the support that we receive from you guys is just, it blows my mind, really. You guys, I hope you guys understand really what these podcasts mean to me. Mm-hmm. And what I mean by these podcasts, I mean these live streams when you guys are here with me talking about Attack on Titan. Being able to go ahead and link up with you guys on a weekly basis. It's an experience that I'm going to cherish, forever. Because I understand that this isn't something that we're going to be doing forever. Unless we start a One Piece, podcast.
That's
do
what
that.
I like to hear.
We'll do that until the day we die.
Forcing Lex to watch every episode of One Piece.
It's not gonna happen.
But again, guys, just being real, I understand that this is something that we're not going to do forever, and so I really want to just cherish these moments that we have together. Not to say that even when we are done with this podcast, eventually down the line, who knows how many years it'll take for us to get to that point, but it doesn't mean that our friendship ends there. I still very much want to have that friendship with you guys. And maybe we do venture into a different podcast. Maybe we do decide just to link up on a weekly basis and just have an open forum
Shoot
discussion and just talk and just
talk.
talk about random shit. You know,
We could
like
talk for a while.
that would be fun.
Professional yappers.
But you guys mean
indeed
so
love a good
much
yap.
to us here at the podcast. I mean, we've said it plenty of times already, but you guys are the heart of the podcast. You guys are the reason that we are just continuing to do this podcast. If it wasn't for you guys, again, we probably would have stopped it at some point over in season 2, being
Just
real.
kept talking about One Piece.
Yeah, you know, me and Zach would have still probably be, you know, working on
We'd
voice
be
work
wearing
and
both
stuff.
hats. We'd be wearing Mugiwara and Buggy's hat.
But again, guys, you guys are just so awesome. We love you guys so much. Again, shout out to the ones who joined us here live. Shout out to the ones who are listening. Shout out to the ones that are listening at a later time. Your guys' support is just, it's awesome. So, I hope that you guys enjoy the rest of the week. And I will miss you guys, of course, so much. It's a bummer because I feel like we have such a good momentum going right now, and it sucks that, you know, I have to be away for work. But
Dad's going out, man.
but we will be back. Before you know it, we'll be back here talking about, you know, the decision happening. We'll go ahead and we'll cover that, of course. We'll cry again together, talking about Moblet, or you guys will just watch me cry talking about it.
Right.
But yeah, there's still so much to go ahead and just, you know, analyze and break down. And yeah, so hopefully you guys stick around with us over on this this cool little journey. So that's all I got for you guys. Just in closing again, guys, just be good, genuine people in this world. You know, positivity can go a long way. A smile can go a long way and make a difference. Just even acknowledging anybody, saying hi. That could be something that somebody needs in just that day. You know, we get caught up in just everyday life. You know, I talked about how me and my girlfriend, Joshua Tree, was just an awesome experience of being able to just escape. But in our everyday life, it could be so easy to forget that, like, hey, a smile can just show a lot. It could brighten up someone's day. And yeah, guys, just try to be just genuine people in this world that we live in, where there's so much, you know, going on, so much craziness. So, and of course, be safe, make smart decisions. You know, try to strive to be great. You know, push towards those dreams. I mean, again, me and Zach will be streaming before. And if you guys want to see me before I leave, you know, we'll be streaming live again, probably on Wednesday, or it'll be, you want to do Wednesday?
Wednesday works.
So it'll be Wednesday. Join us. We'll be streaming as, you know, we go ahead and we try to just push towards trying to, you know, get to our where we want to be. And that's our dream of being a voice actor.
Feel free to hop in. Let us know what you guys are thinking.
We'll go ahead and we'll have fun with it again. You know, we'll do a lot of different lines, whether it be, you know, just some One Piece lines, or whether we continue on with the My Hero Academia lines.
And if you guys have anything in particular that you guys want to see me and AJ try to do,
you want us to voice.
Yeah, if you guys have any ideas, anything that you want us to spitball that you think might be a good fit for us based on what you guys have heard us do, it'd be dope.
Yeah. Can you talk
No.
like Chopper?
No.
The range is in there. But yeah, guys, just go ahead and kind of just like, you know, try to pursue your dreams. And again, just
As Shia LaBeouf once said, don't let your dreams be dreams. Just do it.
Just do it. And yeah, you guys know that we believe in you guys. We love you guys, and we're here to support you guys just like you support us. So yeah, just so much love for you guys. Again, we say the cliche saying here, but we hate, we love, and I love you guys. So this is AJ signing off, saying I'll see you guys when I get back.
or I'll see you guys Wednesday. All right, I'll let you guys go ahead and do your thing.
Thank you. I'm gonna keep it real simple with you guys this week. Just fucking watch One Piece. It's not that difficult. Watch One Piece. Thank you. You're welcome.
I'm just gonna say that you can't have flowers without some rain. All right, guys. Be safe.
That was a lot cuter than
See
mine.
you when I see you.
All right, guys.
Bye.